Ted Kaczynski, a brilliant mathematician, had been living a hermit's life in a 10 by 12-foot cabin in the Montana woods.
Uncle Ted talks in my ear.
Anti-technology manifesto.
Uncle Ted talks without fear.
A hooded sweatshirt, sunglasses.
Critiquing the direction this whole society is headed. Uncle Ted talks these ideas worth spreading. We're touching grass and greener pastures, leaving behind the technology disaster. Uncle Ted talks in my ear. Uncle Ted talks crystal clear. Uncle Ted talks.
When it was published in 1995, a man stepped forward to identify his brother as the Unabomber.
Howdy, Teds.
Good evening, Teds.
Ted.
Dude, Teds.
Rest of y'all, welcome to the cabin. Hope you're well.
Well, thank you on the theme song. That is by the one and only Freddie Badger.
Freddie Badger.
Oh, yeah.
I love Freddie Badger. What's up, Not For Sale? What's up, David?
I sing the theme all week.
It's a good one. It's a good one. And then having Freddie Badger punch it out, can't hardly beat it. Can't hardly beat it. How's everybody's week going so far?
All right, man.
Best
All right.
Tuesday so far
Yeah.
this year. No,
Spring is sprung.
been
Right?
to the moon and back.
Went to the moon. Got a billion tankers in the Gulf of America waiting for that sweet American oil.
Okay, except for we don't. That's absolute nonsense. And we unpacked it on AM Wake Up. There are allegedly somewhere around 120 that have been rerouted. But
Steve's first point on it was hilarious because, like, in 12 hours, ships travel so fucking slow you can't reroute from the Hormuz to the Gulf of Mexico like in an hour or something. It's going to take a few days for them to get there. What's up, Luke?
a few days. It takes a minimum of 20 days rerouting from the Strait of Hormuz through the Suez Canal, which you can't go through right now. So you have to go around the Horn of Africa, Cape of Good Hope, all that stuff. So again, in absolutely perfect conditions, it would take a super tanker bare minimum 28 days to go from the Strait of Hormuz to like Shreveport or fucking, Galveston or whatever, wherever they're going to go pick up in the Gulf of Epstein. And there's just no way. So what the disingenuous right-wing hacks were doing was showing all of the marine traffic from every, ocean-going vessel that had a transponder and claiming it was a tanker. And they got away, and we called it immediately. And Ryan Christian, Last American Vagabond, who co-hosts with me this morning, called it immediately. And he went and actually looked up how many super tankers were currently sitting in the Gulf of Epstein. And it was like 5 that were going to South America. They weren't, and then 2 of them were liquid natural gas bound for Europe. Had absolutely nothing to do with that.
Yeah, that I'm sure that's way cheaper than them pipelines that were coming from Russia. Way better for the European people. Can't figure out why nobody in Europe wants to fight Russia. I can't figure it out.
Dude. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, of course, it's like interesting to watch.
It's
how-
definitely all Agenda 2030 theater.
Oh, yeah.
Royals. This is all absolutely theater. I've not seen propaganda on this level since the first Iraq War, when the entire media.
How many Iraq wars have we had?
Well, there was two, both Old George and New George.
Right? George the Elder and George the Lesser.
Yeah,
Gog and Magog.
Right? Oh, man.
and it seems like a lot of people don't even remember the first one. They remember the no weapons of mass destruction, but they kind of mush the whole thing together. You know, and there was that whole Clinton presidency, you know, in between. So
Yeah, the 5th grade happened a long time ago.
that
was 5th grade for me.
I joined the army during Desert Shield.
But I mean, to like plumb this a little bit, yes, absolutely. If you look at the BRICS charter, right? The answer, I get the supposed or marketed answer to Western crony capitalism, right? The BRICS nations, all that kind of stuff. A whole bunch of countries signed on to it. They all want to be a part of, China's brave new AI future and the Belt Road and all that kind. A lot of this is about, reshaping so the international relations, so that from the period between 2030 and 2050, it's in Oceania was always at war with East Asia situation.
What do you mean? It was Eurasia, Steve. Eurasia.
Well, it's
You've
always
been at war with Eurasia.
It's always been East Asia. Yeah.
It's not my
what the books
Asia.
used to say. They don't say that anymore. But but yeah, I mean, it's what there's. And if you look at all of the BRICS, statements and all of their own papers about what they want to do and how they want to do it, it's all being facilitated by the IMF and the Bank of International Settlements, 100% of it. So it's the same agenda. It's just, do you want your technocratic tyranny with an egg roll or perhaps some naan bread? Maybe you like your tyranny with salsa, or maybe you want your tyranny with potatoes. Just a good old side of potatoes. You can get your tyranny that way too.
Golden or purple potatoes, preferably. I'm in the potato.
Purple all the way. Yeah.
And yeah, this is the Teds Against Razors meeting.
And what you're looking at in Iran, Israel, they're all blowing up various key points of, I guess, older technology infrastructure. They're getting rid of all the fuel stations. They're getting rid of, critical points of infrastructure that aren't necessarily key components of the Fourth Industrial Revolution or the Great Reset or whatever you want to call it. And they're paving the way, starting with Gaza and the Board of Peace, to create the Mideast Technate, like they're trying to form the North American Technate, which if you look at the original map that the original technocrats drew, the people that were, created the technocracy movement, which includes
Elon's
Elon Musk,
daddy.
grandfather,
Elon's daddy.
grandfather, Joshua Haldeman.
Grandfather.
Yeah, Joshua Haldeman, Elon Musk's grandfather. Errol, I think, is Elon Musk's father. Errol Musk. who did a Woody Allen with his stepdaughter.
That totally sounds like a clone from the 80s.
Right? Errol Musk. It actually sounds like a fragrance that some fucking weirdo would spray on you when you walk through a certain part of JCPenney's in the mall.
Yeah, it smelled kind of like that Jaguar one off of the Anchorman movie.
Sex Panther.
Yeah, Sex Panther.
It works 60% of the time, 100% of the time.
That's it was actually going to cause a rash just everywhere it touched your skin on the way by.
Yeah, that's the Errol Musk. But at any rate, the map for the North American Technate that they drew, oddly enough, went from Greenland all the way down to Venezuela. And if you listen to the way that Trump and JD Vance and Rubio and all those guys have been talking, boy howdy, if that's not the exact set of territory that they're claiming that they have a divine right by order of Dr. Jesus H. Trump. To have territorial claim to.
Is Elon Musk doing anything about this? I see there's a robo Doge bot walking around San Francisco. I think it's in California.
Stanford.
Is it Stanford?
Sure.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's Palo Alto, yeah.
All right. So here he is, head on a bot body.
Hi, I lost my little dog. Can you help me find him?
I say the stupidest things. That can't possibly be true.
It's okay to say no, even to an adult. Safety is more important than good manners.
Well, yes.
This is an interesting question. Would the curry tyranny be more poorly programmed than the fried rice tyranny or the potato tyranny? Yes, but it would also be a little bit cheaper.
Yeah,
I mean, sure,
but it would have a smell. It would also have a smell.
Yeah,
everywhere.
you have to get your soylent fucking goo. They cook it. They use their feet when they cook the soylent goo. It's foot cooked.
Yeah, and then we will all smell like a cheap Indian hotel forever. The entire country, like everything, kind of like it smells like shit and piss in San Francisco everywhere. Only curry.
Yeah, the foot cooked curry tyranny does.
I gotta say,
for everyone else,
when we went to Cobb's Comedy Club in San Francisco for the Big J Okerson show, it did not smell like piss or shit when we were standing out in front of the club. Didn't smell like piss or shit where we parked or walking to it. Granted, we scored, got an incredible parking spot not too far away from the venue, but far enough to wait and catch a whiff if it was going to be there. You really, the tenderloin 100%, it's always smelled like piss and shit. It's always gonna. There was a while where that bled over into the financial district, and then they cracked down when Gavin Newsom's true Lord, Savior, and boss Xi Jinping showed up a couple of years ago. Remember, and they've cleared out all the homeless.
Had to do the homeless roundup.
Yeah.
Most people don't know that they actually greased some of them. You got prizes if you could grab onto one.
They had a bunch of tech nerds, fucking tech bros that, sit there and like snort DMT and go to the gym 3 times a fucking week and shit like that. Yeah, it was catch the greased up homeless guy. Like, like on Family Guy, where they get a greased up deaf guy. Yeah. It's probably where they got the idea.
The deaf guy, though, isn't on fentanyl. These guys are stupid.
I'm
Classic.
TED Talks are streamed in many different places.
It's under Benjamin Balderson, Kazumi, on and then also on Deliberating Dog-Faced Dudes. You've got it going, don't you, Marcus?
Yes,
you can also go to the AM Wake Up Rumble channel.
And you can sure have a link if you want one, Kazumi. I know you, brother.
Also broadcasting on Weaving Spiders Webs.
And Weaving Spiders Webs. Sorry, Jim. My bad. And then
Irish Tyranny's fun till it gets super punchy. It's a lot less fun.
Just jump around for a while.
Yeah,
That
it's a
sounds
lot more
great.
drunken than normal, the Irish Tyranny.
Right.
And it's about time. You know, we've been held down long enough. It's about damn time. You know what people don't know is this was always in the occult, that the potato, like the peacock, has many eyes. You don't realize the symbolism behind the potato, the way each of those eyes just starts taking over and turning into more things. It's deep occult stuff.
The potato is non-native to Ireland. Just so we're all.
I know, Steve. It was funny though. Thanks
All right.
for reading it.
All right. So
The potato also has no occult meaning either.
Ben's friend Crack Baby has joined us. Ben, would you like to introduce this gentleman?
Yeah, Crack Baby is a very intelligent young man. He has become somewhat disenfranchised with the system and wants to be self-sufficient and provide for himself. So he is raising his own cattle, has a nice little homestead. Just got engaged. Congratulations, Crack Baby. Don't know why his name is Crack Baby, but I guess we can find out.
We're gonna find out. Welcome, man. How's it going?
Doing good. Thank you very much. How y'all doing?
All right, man. All right. Just out of curiosity, you wouldn't happen to be former Air Force and also a fan of hippie jam band music, would you?
No, I would never join the
Okay.
Air Force. That's a disgrace to
All right.
myself.
It's just because I have like 4 different co-hosts on my other show, and one of them is a black dude who saw problems in society during COVID, working at Walter Reed with the Air Force, quit his life doing that, bought a homestead in upstate New York, and is now on like his 4th kid, and was, raising cattle and stuff like that. So I didn't know if there was like a memo that had gone out or anything like that.
I was already doing this prior to COVID. I moved in my house in 2018. I always wanted to live in the country. My mom, she's from a small country town, so I hate the city, and I knew I had to get away. So when I found the opportunity and saved up the money, I did what I wanted to do.
Hell yeah, man! I agree with all points.
And
Hell yeah.
I'm a Marine, not Air Force.
Okay.
I wasn't.
Oh, a memo did go out. It's just yours was written in crayon. Is the difference?
No, only if it was the purple one, yes.
Nothing but love, man. Nothing but love.
Only it was instilled at me on birth, not because of the way the country is going. I just love the country.
Hell yeah, man. I couldn't agree more.
I just do it the hard way with no tractor and no other stuff like that.
Me too. I'm kind of a Luddite, although I'm getting old, and I would like a piece of equipment at this point.
Yeah, pushing hay bales out the well, especially off the back of the truck, it gets tiring. You do that about 2 or 3 times a week, and you just start throwing them around like they ain't nothing. And chasing cattle, hell, I do that on foot. Like last Friday, before we went to go visit my mom, which that was the day I did it. My girl came in the house. She woke me up with the kids, and I'm like, I tried to go back to sleep, but I couldn't. I was like, I'm worried about my missing cattle. So she was like, all right, let's go work. Let's go run. Let's go look for them. So I'm like, all right, we jump in the truck, we find them. It's a big old field. I'm like, all right, baby, you drive my truck, which I don't like that. You drive my truck, and I run. I ran through somebody else's field, acres and acres, working my cattle while she drove. Eventually, the cattle got so far, and she was close to them. I was running, still running. I yelled, stop! She stopped the truck. I grabbed onto the bed of the truck and yelled, go! And she just started driving while I'm on the back of the freaking truck, going bouncing, and moving along. While she's driving, in the midst of her driving, I jump off, keep on running full sprint. Next thing you know, my footsteps in a freaking little ditch about 3 inches. I do a full front flip, land on my back, and start bust out laughing for a few minutes. I knew I loved her because she yelled, and she's an EMT. She yelled, "Are you okay?" I'm just laughing and said, "Yeah." And then she started laughing. I'm like, "Yeah, I got to do it this weekend." So before we left, I grabbed the ring in my pocket. I'm like, "I don't know when, but I'm going to."
That's good shit.
So, yes, I am crazy. Certified.
You have to be to farm. I wish I could run around with a truck. Last time our cows got out, I live in the mountains, and them cows, they got 4-wheel drive. You're only on 2-wheel drive. Yeah, it's ugly. Like they can climb cliffs that you're just like, how the fuck is that happening right now?
You've been talking to the goats at night when I'm asleep. They're giving you fucking tips. This is bullshit. How the fuck did you even get up there? What the fuck? What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you, dumb fuck? Yeah.
Since being a rancher, one thing I've learned is the nursery rhyme was not lying. The cow jumped over the moon, and I figured out why. To get off my property, go find the greener size.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I know how they can jump off the freaking over the moon. So yes, the moon is real because my cow jumped over it for the last 2 days.
Yeah. Gomez. Yeah, I've got a gate that the very top is just crushed down, and you're like, how the fuck that happened? That was the bull jumping the gate. I mean, he mostly cleared it. Mostly.
There's nothing up here, dude. There's nothing.
I'm sorry if I'm looking else everywhere. I'm at work, so I'm looking at cameras and everything like that.
Very good. We appreciate you taking the time to join us, sir. We appreciate it.
Glad to be up here. I've watched a couple of times, but I was like, "Oh, he don't drop the stream yard." So I'm like, "Well, fuck, how did you join?"
Yeah, we're not. Despite there always being 4 of us, we're not really, and if we have a guest 5, we're not really that open panel format. Like we don't just, we've got to kind of know you to come on.
And I'm not Cheney. The band name isn't Uncle Ted or Ted and the Unabombers. It's Ted and Uncle Ted and the Mailman. Good. The official name of the band. We weren't gonna announce it until next week, but hand tipped a little bit.
I feel kind of naked. I barely got any hair on my face, and y'all got all these ZZ Top beards going on.
Yeah, this is also Uncle Ted Talks and the unofficial Ted's Against Razors meeting.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
My girl, she hated when I shave my face. It sounds like, all right, I won't.
You're not supposed to shave your face. Does a lion freaking cut its mane?
I just got a little baby.
I think it counts.
Yeah, if I leave it alone, yeah, but it takes like 40 years for my freaking beard to grow out, so I'll never have something so luscious. I thought about putting fertilizer on it and see how it grows.
That's what we do. Fertilizer is good for a lot of things around here. Send it off in the mail sometimes to our friends to grow their beards out.
Yeah.
Fill a truck with it and park it somewhere cool.
I've put like diamond sauce, shit like that as beard wax before, and just gone out. And there is like a lingering sort of halo of cannabis oil around you when you do that. And some people just kind of like, they'll catch a whiff and it's so innocuous. Like it can't really, nobody can really point to it, but it is, it's just and it makes a fantastic mustache and beard wax.
Dude, paraplegic, he doesn't even smoke cannabis, and he uses some of my live extract, and that's what he does. He's like, especially the lilac diesel. He's like, it smells so good and it works so good, and he just puts it on his fucking mustache.
That's great. Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And that's what living in California does to you. It makes you so fucking spoiled that you're using fucking dabs for fucking beard wax. That's, you know, but but we got to put up with a lot of bullshit to be here. So
see, you've got at least some facial hair, crack baby. That's why we allotted you to come on. Otherwise, if you have none, unless you're like 18, we assume that you're taking the first steps toward going trans.
Right.
If you cut off your facial hair. And
oh no, I've seen some pictures of some trans that got more facial hair than I do, so I don't know about that.
right.
They just looking like some lumberjacks. I'm like, hold on, where the fuck they get you from?
And they're the first wingnuts to pull that, ma'am, it's ma'am. Nonsense, dude. No, you're not. Look, man, I am not the smartest dude on the planet. I will be the first person to admit that. However, you're not a man.
You are not holding it down like a Filipino lady boy. Nobody's second guessing here.
Well, we do have the action plan that we can read from if we need to.
Holy shit balls. That's
What
a lot of
fuck? What's the 2?
It's the okay. So
Someone has to say.
Wait, that's not a letter.
Let me go dig out the clip because I played it I think last week on the show.
Sure. Sure.
But yeah, run it down, Ted Allen.
Yeah, I have that clip too, but we'll just go right
Okay.
to the source material. This is the final report, and it takes us back to April 2021. But for many Teds in the room tonight, hearing the phrase, the long ass acronym, I think is the way you describe it, the MMIWG2SLGBTQQIA plus includes everyone but the Teds. Right.
Yeah.
And crack baby.
So
And crack baby. Well, you're a Ted now, crack baby.
Well, yeah, we'll get there. We also got to figure out why you're crack baby.
Yeah. In fact, actually, the first time you came on in my chat, I saw a bunch of people. They're like, he doesn't look like a crack baby. Why is he doesn't talk like a crack baby? Why is this?
Yeah, I'll
So
tell you the
this is,
story.
This is Canada, and they're upset about funding being cut from their programs. This is the clip that went around the internet faster than other clips. I had to dig up the long clip, but this is the short of it.
Ongoing genocide of MMIWG2SLGBTQQIA+. This is abhorrent.
This is abhorrent that we hadn't heard about this earlier. There is
Canada?
Yeah, this is Canada.
You know what I hear from that? Do you guys remember Mad TV?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You remember Miss Swan?
Yes.
At the Pretty Beauty Nail Salon?
Yes.
That she's Miss Swanning the hell out of this right now. Can we run that back, Ted Allen?
Play it again.
Yeah, let's I got a different one here. Maybe this hits.
This is abhorrent. This is Kellen. Absolutely abhorrent. Thank you.
She's really upset.
I want to hear run.
Why do I feel like this letter thing is like that old Frog in a Log song? Where you're like
Frog in a Log.
Yeah. Where there's like a wing where they just keep adding another word. It's like it starts out as just a frog on a knob and a knob on a log.
Yeah.
The hole in the bottom of the
In the middle of the sea. Yeah.
To it. Like by the end, it's like a fucking whole huge sentence. I feel like that's what this is at this point.
What do you think those letters stand for? Right.
There's a wing on a fly and a fly on a fly on a wart and a wart on a frog and a frog on a knob and a knob on a log and a log in a hole and a hole in the
The knob on the log thing, I don't think is included in the acronym. But
oh yeah,
Today.
that's where we
Well,
go.
there's a wart and a frog in there, though.
Right? For sure. For sure.
So we know what the LGBT stands for.
No,
Is the two the two-spirited?
crossed.
I think the two is the two-spirited.
Yeah.
I think so.
Two is
Oh,
spirit.
good call. Good call.
It's the indigenous term for combined gender sexual spiritual identity. we
Okay,
got
so
that covered.
the MMI, it's the like missing fucking, I don't know, indigenous women, children, kind of. That's what that. But I don't know why I don't know why there's two M's.
Because they're murdered.
Okay.
Missing and
Murdered?
murdered indigenous
Missing
women
and-
and girls.
okay, missing and murdered.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
So now let's look at the cues.
So they've got like the.
I'm not sure how
POW.
that's a sexuality. Like I get it. I'm not saying that shouldn't have attention brought to it because that actually is a real fucked up problem
Yeah.
with Native American girls. Really fucked up. I'm from South Dakota. That's a serious problem there, and it should be talked about. But why is it included in with the weird sex people?
Because they wanted another excuse to use as a way to feel different.
And also, if you've been murdered or missing, you're probably not at these activist things screaming at people.
Miss Squan that is top shelf.
Sure.
2 rounds of applause. Yeah. Line of the day, Purple Glue. In fact, that may become the episode title. Ms. Squan. That may be the show title tonight. We'll see if anything funnier happens, but I'm writing it down right now as a potential episode title.
It's a good one.
What was the one before the show?
It
was Tranny something.
Tranny Kibble.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's right, because we determined that the Ortho Bros were Tranny Kibble.
Yeah.
Because they just follow the Ortho Bros around the internet wherever they go. And yeah, I remember when I told that fat fuck, Ben, that they're the ones keeping Destiny in everybody's
Yes.
fucking.
Oh, yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do.
It's exactly what's happening with the Tranny Kibble. It's the same exact, like, I guess, I don't know, situation really being played out in a slightly different variety. But yeah.
What we were talking about is since the Ortho Bros left Sarah Tomatoes show and won't come on it, I've noticed 0 times has a tranny come on the show, and they used to be on there fairly constantly. They left at the same time, and all the really super wild leftists left. I'm like, that's interesting. Like, like it's the whole light and dark thing. Like they've got to go together. Like
they're feeding off of each other.
No furries either, eh?
Well, what's interesting is that it's not even
Fox Melanie Furby thing might be a furry.
It's not even a symbiotic relationship. It's like 2 parasites just seeking out a different host.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Canada's got it pretty bad then, eh?
So we went from Miss Swan to Christy Gnome's husband when it's not date night.
Sure. Well, there's some other women here.
That's a good story.
Had a few words to say.
I mean, sometimes I feel like a woman.
I make me feel.
It's Twain with the twist.
I make me feel like natural woman. I know your big titties.
So
Oh God, did you see on Twitter when I Andrew Wilson's wife was saying how she was like, how can anybody say my wife's not hot? And she put up pictures of him. And I was like, all the pictures were from when he was young. And I said, Why are they all from before he looked like Christy Gnome's husband? Dude's got such giant hand kitties.
Oh boy, good times, good times.
Oh fuck!
I don't know if any of y'all know who Tim Dillon is.
Oh
Yeah.
If you go look at, I don't think it was his last video, but the one before that. I don't even want to say it because I won't give it justice of how of a genius he is.
Yeah,
Just go watch it.
no context, no.
He probably like hangs out with him once a week, but won't ask him to come on the show.
Hey, fuck you, man. I've never met Tim Dillon. All right, I've never.
Oh,
met
did I
Tim
say
Dillon.
that out loud? I read.
Okay. It's getting a little hostile in
I
here.
am really,
You know?
I'm gonna lean on a couple of people to try and get fucking tickets to Dan Sutter's show here.
Sure. If we could just balance the energy tonight, just listen to the matriarchy a little bit.
Good morning, and thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here.
Today, our right to life is threatened by the lack of political will, and it
Did
will
she say
remain so
rotten?
unless
Hold
the
on,
government
pause.
Was the first thing she said rotten instead of threatened? Is that like a Freudian slip?
There's way too much going on here.
There's no way we're gonna decipher all of it, so sometimes you just gotta go with it and see where it takes you. I think it really helps to have really a lot of jewelry, make a lot of noise so they hear you because you got a bit of a quiet voice.
That's an oven mitt. That's not an earring, man. That's wild. That's fucking wild. You get land drones on that.
Yeah.
What's up with the fucking weird little collar thing on Tons of Fun right next to her too? That's interesting.
Sure. It's a fashion show.
Today, our right to life is threatened.
That one is
threatened by the
actually the
lack of
one
political
talking
will,
right
and it
now.
will remain so.
This one
If you
over
look at her face and she's just ventriloquisting over to this one over here with the big earrings.
Mm-hmm.
Which why is the one earring
Edit
turn
there.
black regularly when you change the camera? That's kind of weird, right?
She got the bigger earrings than black people typically wear. Like, what the fuck?
And that ain't no hoop. That ain't no hoop. That thing's got to weigh 3 pounds.
Well, we need to know who the most matriarch is in the group.
Unless the government enacts the 231 calls for justice.
For justice. When the budget was released, I was shocked to find out that Prime Minister Carney is cutting $7 billion between Indigenous Services Canada and Crown Indigenous Relations. They provided $0 to deal with the ongoing genocide of MMIW G2S LGBTQIA+. This is abhorrent. This is callous. It looks like rates of violence increasing. It looks like me representing a riding in this country that was recognized
kind of pisses me
by
off,
the former Minister
actually.
of Crown and
Yeah.
Because,
$7
and
billion.
it's not that, again, what's happening with the Native girls, that needs attention brought to it. That's a real thing. Why is the rest of you fuckers glomming onto that? Like, the whole rest of that shit, none of those people are being genocided. They're not being kidnapped and showing up dead regularly and things like that. That's not happening to the rest of them. Why the fuck are you guys in on it? Like, this needs to be its own thing, not added into that other nonsense.
It's a giant umbrella. It's abhorrent.
It's abhorrent.
It makes it sound like that dumb shit them other ones say, where they're like, "We're real, we exist." Yeah, we know you exist. You won't shut the fuck up. We know.
Well, they're asking for justice, and justice is defined by $7 billion Canadian.
They're still
That's their
never going to
demands.
arrest the queen for coming and eating all those orphans, though.
That's what I'm saying. And those were all
Hold on,
native,
what?
those were all native. Dude, the Queen of England went to a thing, and they had when they would try and convert little native girls to Christian, so they would put them in these schools, and then these girls just disappear, dude. And one time the Queen of England came over here and took 30 of them, and nobody has any idea what happened to them ever. They just disappeared.
No, she's a reptilian.
Yeah, like their little sacrifices, or who the fuck knows what's going on, right?
Yeah,
But like, why aren't you putting a stop to it, and why aren't you investigating it? Like that's insane.
That almost remind me of that weird school that Oprah started too.
Yeah.
Oh, the kids' school in Africa where all those kids got funneled to John of God or whatever.
Who turns out to be just this giant sex trafficking ring.
Benningtons and Crack Baby Ho. I mean, go.
What's up, Stan?
What's up, wheelchair?
What's up, Joe the fireman?
Your name, I think you're white belt. I think that's what we'll keep it that way.
Not yet a Ted, but a Bill.
Right.
Mr. Bennington.
White Bill.
There we go.
Yeah, sir.
I'm just learning from the matriarchy today about the MMIWG2SLGBTQQIA+.
Glorified. Never mind. Shut up. Shut up.
Mm-hmm. Are you talking shit about Miss Swan and the Pretty Beauty Nail Salon?
She looks like a. Never mind.
She look like a man.
Let's listen to her first. She's
Oh, no,
got more to say.
listen, I have already listened to this bitch probably about 30 freaking times, and my opinion will not change.
Okay.
Dude, you don't understand how perfectly you teed up the exact Mad TV bit. You no idea. That was inadvertently quality.
I got some more quality, but I don't think it's appropriate.
Well, we're trying to get through this CPAC meeting summary here.
This is callous.
It's callous.
It looks like rates of violence increasing. It looks like me representing a riding in this country that was recognized by the former Minister of Crown Indigenous Relations as ground zero of MMIWG. It looks like from Pimachikamak, girls 2S LGBTQIA plus evacuees, it looks like this government has turned a blind eye.
Did she say they were
on this
evacuating
crisis.
the gay people?
We are
bro?
of national interest. And genocide is absolutely abhorrent. Thank you.
Bro, did she just say they were evacuating the gay people?
Yeah, there's an underground railroad that only stops at gay bars and the Republican National Convention.
Well, God damn it, Steve. You know how close I was to having fucking water in my mouth when you said that?
I did not. I didn't see you were taking a drink. I apologize.
Bro, that would have been priceless. I would have clipped that shit of Ben fucking dumping water all over himself.
Oh, dude, it would have came out like a dragon when he said the RNC. That shit's hilarious.
I mean, dude, if there's nothing that will make Grindr servers go down like a gathering of Republicans, it's you could almost set your watch to it.
Well, I mean, they have more. They have more. They have more problems in Canada with gay people than we do. Just
What,
saying.
like they're violent? I don't believe that.
We don't know. Listen, I will never allude to know what goes on behind the bedroom door, but what I have heard is pretty violent. Just saying.
I mean, like, would you say they have more problems? Like, there's like roving gangs of queers that are just stomping out the streets. I like, what are we talking about here?
you need to define the word
Like a
straight.
1970s British movie.
Right?
You need to define
A
the word
clockwork
straight.
fuchsia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like holding your eyes. They're like holding your eyes. They're like holding your eyes open. They're like, watch me.
They got them big ass like furry fucking Fraggle boots on.
You guys want to stop and look at some swatches?
People run when they hear Lil Nas X forever.
Speaking of the furry community, I was
Speaking for them?
message today that someone wants to sit on a panel with a furry.
Wait, is it Melanie? Cos? Is it Furby?
No.
I wonder what happened to Furby.
Well, my question is, how do you think this is really gonna fucking go? With me,
Well, you're gonna reach into your pants in the back, and you're gonna dig deep, and you're gonna throw monkey poo over and over and over.
No, I was thinking about alpaca shit, but that's a better idea. Just saying.
Who flung poo? Was it you?
There will be no tongue fucking involved in anything, I promise.
Is there a comma in that sentence?
Well, I mean, we can all go all mad fucking TV up in this piece. I can tell you that.
It's getting goofy.
Mad TV.
Like as a show, Mad TV was so vastly superior to Saturday Night Live, but and so was look, In Living Color was better than all of them. Hands fucking down. You
Fire
can't
Marshal Bill was the best.
But the cast of Mad TV is just so fucking unfunny on stage. Like
Just
when
remember.
they go do stand up and shit like that. Aries Spears, dude, he does good impressions. I'll give him that. But his stand up is fucking lame and preachy. You know, Artie Lang did everything he could to self-destruct a million times over. Alex Borstein, great on Family Guy. Stand up is fucking horrible. It's, you know, again, it's all my vagina and lesbian, and like that's the whole fucking thing. And like every Hollywood female comic has been doing that exact act for 50 fucking years. It's just, it's terrible. It's
Just
terrible.
remember, homie don't play that shit, bro. Homie don't
Hey,
play
you're
that.
the one who hangs out with you're the one who hangs out with Amy Schumer's writer.
Emmy Award-winning writer, mind you.
He told the best dirty vagina jokes. And it smells like a goat down there,
Motherfucker
man.
wrote Milk Lemonade, all right? That's where the little statue.
That fucking, I'll tell you what, I don't want to drink after that fucking lemonade either.
Oh, dude,
That's all
I
I'm
gotta call him, but need
Yeah.
those fucking Dan Soder tickets. God damn it,
Dude, you should do your impression. Dude, when I can't remember what voice you were doing, but it sounds just like Dan Soder when he's fucking doing his impression of Luis Gomez. It was cracking me up, and I can't remember what you're doing, but it sounds just like it. I'm like, you could do an impression of Dan Soder doing an impression of Luis Gomez. Spot on.
I think my Cat Williams impression is an impression of Dan Soder doing Cat Williams, but his is decent. His is decent. Dude, that guy's hilarious. Shout out.
Just
to
remember, they
Dan
were
Soder.
eating the dogs. They were eating the cats. You know.
No, you suck.
I know, but
Dude,
They
You
were
know
eating
what?
the dogs. They were eating the cats.
Wait,
Looking
hang
at
on.
precious hands. They're so
God,
small.
draw it out.
But my dick looks so big in it. Oh my.
See, and that's Godfrey doing Donald Trump.
He had just taken a drink too.
You know what?
I bet you
Tell
that
me when
shit is gonna come out that motherfucking pudgy ass nose he got.
And
over
hey,
there.
Godfrey,
You know what? You shut up, Hot Wheels. I'm talking to Solid Bob. I'm talking to Solid Bob Homie real quick.
Don't make me go get my sock with that fucking baby powder, talcum powder, motherfucker.
Wait, am I Jason Mewes in this situation? Because I have a funny story about that guy. I've met him twice. Once was in Red Bank, New Jersey at Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash, their comic book store. They did a fucking New Year's Eve poker night thing there for a handful of years. And if you were one of the first 50 people that fucking responded to a stupid internet thing, you could go get there. The girl that I was dating at the time was like a huge fucking View Askewniverse fan. And I liked the movies, but I ain't like them like that. There wasn't a fucking Buddy Christ on my dash. You know, it was deep. You know, so
admittedly, as an Odinist, Buddy Christ is probably my favorite Jesus.
Hilarious, absolutely hilarious. Yeah. No, I wound up buying a fucking an animation cell of the four-way street joke in Chasing Amy because of that fucking broad. It was deep. It was, so we went to the thing is the point, and I met Jason Mewes there. And then years later, I'm working as a roofer in Santa Cruz County, and my boss comes to work one day and he's like, hey, so we lost Jay for a fucking month. They're shooting a movie in Big Basin State Park, and it was called The Tripper. And it was about a serial killer that dressed up like Ronald Reagan and murdered hippies. And he had a dog named Nancy. Is that like it's a horror film that's not like it? David Arquette directed the thing. I had a bunch of friends that were extras in it and shit like that. My boss comes to work and he's like, yeah, so we lost Jay, and also half of the fucking cast of this movie is at my NA meeting. So we went to NA for like 3 weeks and fucking hung out with Jason Mewes and David Arquette. They had a fucking Santa Cruz. They had an NA meetup on the beach. It was a fucking cookout party, fucking great food and shit like that. And fucking all these guys were hanging out there.
Steve's all in there like Jesse from Breaking Bad. Like, hey, that's out, right? Mewes? I know you can't do. I know you got to get off the horse, but how about a dab?
Right, I'm trying to sell him a fucking $5 and shit like that. Hey man, look, just while you're here, you know, go ahead and fucking make sure the crew's taking care of everything. Like, tell you what, I like you. I'll cut you a deal, $3,500 a pound, no breaks. Like, you know, and just
oh fuck. What's up, Ken?
Hey, we need to change the hose name down there to Token.
Token? Why is your name Crack Baby Go?
All right. So I got the nickname when I was in the Marine Corps. I was in boot camp, and we was at field week. So at that time, we was at Camp Pendleton, and we had all of our camis was muddy, and so on Fire Watch, everybody's job was to scrub camis and to go take them to the dryers so they can dry, even though it was a washing machine perfectly up there. But fuck me. So we all up there scrubbing camis, and I'm not paying attention. I'm just with my ADHD self, just moving fast, just moving. Next thing you know, all I hear, I don't know what the hell my general instructor said. All I know is I turned around, seen his face poking out of the window, like, here's Johnny. And I'm like, and then next thing you know, I go back doing what I go do. In the morning, he steps me on the foot, tell me to get on top of the foot locker like I'm Simba being held up to the whole African community. And then he just goes on the spill, and then next thing you know, he was like Crack Baby, and that's how my name. And ever since then, I've been a Crack Baby.
That sounds like
that will happen in the army or in the military. And I was in the Army. We had guys that got shitty nicknames also.
I also had Kevin Hart too.
Yeah, a lot of people on the panel last week were like, "You guys got Kevin Hart on the panel?"
I'd be mad as shit, bro. I would be mad as shit.
I do like my new nickname in here, though.
Why are you calling me an industry plant?
Token white belt.
like when I was in MCT, which is the other part of Marine Corps training, they had me stand in front of the whole class, in front of the projector, and they kept doing different pictures of Kevin Hart and told me, "Hey, make those face expressions." So I'm up there the whole time just entertaining everybody.
That sounds like some straight up racist shit, though. But we ain't talking about that.
No, it's all right. The military trusted him with the ancient Chinese.
There ain't no racism in the military.
No. Everybody green is just different shades of green, as they say.
Yeah,
I know.
Plus, I know some of y'all seen how the way I'm goofy on YouTube. So I mean, I'm not that far off. Come on now, not that far off.
Yeah, it's hard to give a shit about anything else besides that your face is getting ground into the dirt. When the guy next to you is also getting his face ground into the dirt, that's about all that matters in life at that point.
Yeah, I had a mouthful of dirt a lot of times. More mouthful of dirt than a mouthful of chew. Tell you that.
I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't take that for you. I think you would have been the golden boy.
No.
They don't have those in the Marine Corps, man. they don't. Those don't exist.
And he didn't say that he ate the crayon eating contest.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? They do have a trophy for that, but you don't really get any special treatment. Yeah.
I ate 76. I only need one more to beat that bastard.
You ate 876 crayons, bro.
It's an Army Marine joke. We call them crayon eaters.
Well, trust me, even in the Marine Corps, we call stupid people in the Marine Corps window lickers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It goes back to the old joke. The Army was cooking the mashed potatoes while the Marines were doing the real work. I get it.
Pretty much. And the Army got their good segments.
You're confusing the Army with the Navy.
The Navy is the Uber Lyft.
They were just collecting the semen. That's all.
Yeah, you're confusing the Army with the Navy. The Airborne Rangers, the freaking all the Green Berets, the fucking Special Forces, the Delta Force, all that's Army, man.
Yep, and my cousin was in a good amount of those, so yeah, I give him their props. Cavalry and all, yeah.
Not that I would ever pick on a veteran or anything.
And of course, you have to be able to stand up for something first.
Well, this is true. This is true. See, Crack Baby, I'll take that shit from you.
I had a cavalry buddy that was like, man, really, the biggest difference between Force Recon and cavalry is that Force Recon is still wearing the hooker's underwear from last night. Other than that, it's effectively the same.
Oh, dude, I was in the Army in the early 90s. It was wild back then. It was all the regulations. I saw a bunch of those regulations come in because first they did the don't ask, don't tell. And then they integrated girls and boys in like boot camp and shit like that. And then this is actually something that they took back away because this was stupid, but they did those stress cards and stuff. And the drill sergeants couldn't smoke people because they were stressed. I'm like, we're just staring at it. Like, what the fuck is happening right now? We were getting beat up when we were freaking back when I was in, and then on the weekends in AIT, because we got the weekends off, like 6 of us would rent a hotel room and would fill the bathtub with ice and booze, and we'd just sit and get drunk and pass out, wake up, get drunk and pass out and wake up.
Mr. Bennington, am I allowed to change the topic for just 1 second since Mr. Crack Baby Go is in here?
I hang on. I feel like I should be at the ready with the car crash.
I like what Cheney said.
Yeah. Cheney's got a good idea there.
Well, I want to talk just about IP28 for a minute.
Oh my God.
I am still fucking tripping over this. So
that's actually a really good subject to bring up on our show, because self-sufficiency is one of the things that got me, that I asked Crack Baby on, because that's one of the main points of our show, to try and build a life that's self-sufficient, so that way you don't rely on the government, because when you rely on the government, you're in a lot of fucking trouble.
And I knew that. I know that. I've watched a lot of your content, bro. It's fucking phenomenal.
Thank you, sir.
So I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to provide the proof. Now, it's so fucking laughable, bro. It is so fucking laughable. I will probably lose it halfway through it. However, so IP28, it's an initiative petition 28, IP28, asks Oregon voters to dramatically redefine animal abuse in state law by making the killing or injury of animals illegal. While the language may sound straightforward, the implications are sweeping. IP28 would fundamentally alter Oregon's animal abuse statutes in a way that criminalizes long-standing lawful and necessary activities across agriculture, natural resource management, and daily life. Most concerning for agriculture, IP28 would redefine sexual assault to include routinely breeding practices, potentially applying this classification to livestock, equine operations, and even domestic pets. This would expose farmers, ranchers, veterinarians, breeders, and animal owners to criminal liability for standard, humane practices that are essential to animal health, food production, and genetic management. The passage of IP28 would effectively turn Oregon into a no-kill or harm sanctuary state, eliminating in-state meat, dairy, animal protein production. Oregonians would be forced either into a vegan lifestyle or to rely on food shipped in from other states or countries. This would increase food costs for families, undermine local food security, and make Oregon dependent on the national and global food supply chain. In conclusion, if you were to artificially inseminate a cow or a horse or whatever, you would be subject to a sexual crime placed on the sex offenders registry and Megan's Law. And here is the proof. Steves, is it okay if I share my screen?
Yeah. No, I mean, I'll pull up their fucking homepage.
It's right there
for the yes on, as this is the no on. So a couple of things to just go ahead before we really dive into this, because I've talked about this before. I talked about it on the show this morning. Let's do that.
Do you want me to take that down?
No, I'll pull it back up in a moment. What this is, first and foremost, is the second run at a ballot measure. Now, Token White Belt, what is a ballot measure?
I'm not sure of the definition. I would have to look.
Okay,
it
but
up.
you're super upset about this, right?
I'm not
Rightfully
upset.
so.
I think
You
it's
should be. You
absolutely
should be.
fucking stupid.
Okay, you should be. And because you're not upset, it's because you're missing a bigger picture. But it's a ballot measure, which means that this is not an initiative that the government in Oregon is putting forward. It's something that people are trying to, if you look at the yes on IP28, which is very important to do when you're going to go ahead and like make fun of this shit because it is worthy of making fun of, and you're going to criticize it because it is worthy of criticizing because it's fucking ridiculous. It's important to look at what they're doing and what they're saying. So first and foremost, they haven't even collected enough signatures to get this on the ballot.
No, you're correct. You are correct.
So, second attempt to do this. What is, and it's never gonna fucking pass. I don't care how many fucking blue-haired fucking nose ring fucking weirdos they pack into Portland. It's not gonna happen.
Sure. No, I'm aware of that, Steve. Absolutely.
And if they do, then they'll do that greater Idaho thing where all of Eastern Oregon will just become a part of Idaho, so they'll be able to continue ranching and stuff like that. So, but ancillary to all of that, what is insidious about it is that it falls in line with a greater attack on individuals' ability to have any sort of food security on their own property. Crack baby, you can, I'd love to get your thoughts on something like this too, since you're raising cattle and shit like that. It's one of those things where if the points that have been outlined for shit at this point 30-40 years, realistically going back to limits for growth, which the Club of Rome put out in 72, where the inability of the individual to engage in any sort of activity that would be remotely considered self-sufficient is criminalized. Like when that becomes criminalized, that a total control society. So failed ballot attempts aside, what really fucking sucks about all of this is that it's not going to remain in that ballot measure category. It's going to become something that governments through progress effectively, but going, well, we've got to meet these goals and we've got to do that. So that means that in order to hit our net zero carbon goals for the country this year, we have to eliminate the home garden. The USDA years ago launched a pilot program during the Biden administration for the home garden registry.
Fuck.
Yeah, if you're
Right.
if you're unaware about this, I
am unaware about that.
I was screaming about it in 2022. Did a whole bunch of shows about it. Went on a number of shows about it. You can go ahead and look it up in real time right now.
I believe you.
Well, no, I mean, I encourage you to, because it is fucking crazy. And they pitch it as like, oh, well, we're going to start it off as like a community garden thing, but they make it perfectly clear that it's going to apply to individual property owners. And they want you to register your garden with the USDA, and they want you to only grow food that's been approved using their seed stock, which is definitely not any sort of heirloom variety, which has definitely been tampered with, which is only going to grow for one season and then you're going to have to replace it, all that kind of stuff. They want to limit regulate what fertilizer you use, how much water you use, all of this shit. It's psychotic. Thank you, babe.
Steve, can I interrupt you for just 1 second?
Sure.
I have a question about your dialogue for a second. So what that sounds like to me, and I'm probably just not fully understanding. So the U.S. government wants to track your food production. Is that what that was all that was about?
Not just not track it, just track it, but control and regulate it.
So it would be like the recreational plantage.
Yeah, well, no, because they
how many you can have. Is that what you're saying?
The overarching point is that if you are allowed to grow food on your property, it will be through a federally registered and approved garden. No, it is a wild thing to try to wrap your head around.
I can't even comprehend that right now.
It's almost as wild as wrapping your head around the state of Oregon is going to ban hunting and fishing and agriculture and animal husbandry.
Well, I can't say that I am not disturbed, if you will. No affiliation with the group Disturbed. I guess my whole hang up on the IP28 and what you just alluded to, and I definitely will look that up because I want to laugh even more hysterically over that shit. But the disturbing part is number one, how can you tell somebody that you can't hunt and fish, and I'm going to have to go to Idaho to jack my horse off and inseminate it and all this other stuff? That is disturbing to me. And the second part to that, Steve, is this: who in their right fucking mind would come up with something to even allude to this? And that is just like they were trying to tax cow farts in fucking California. That is the most fucking amazing thing that I have heard.
I mean, in my opinion, it's all about control, really. I mean, come on, everything that they do is all about control. Don't we get some of our meat shipped out from other countries too, like Australia or someplace like that? And we just made a deal earlier this year about getting more. We're importing more from other countries than our own country and health.
It's Brazil. It's Brazil.
Brazil, all right.
You're talking about JBS, and that is literally cartel beef. Crack Baby, I would love to hook you up with my friends over at the Beef Initiative. They help people that do ranching the right way, sell their product. It's a rancher direct service stuff and they're just everybody that's involved with the Beef Initiative in general. Wealth of fucking information. There's a woman coming on my show Thursday morning. Ranch Mama Shannon from Ebersole Farms in Iowa. She is fucking encyclopedia. Like there's a whole fucking world and community of people that are out there that are trying to do shit and trying to fucking farm and ranch the right way and make a living off of it. And I've been evangelical about pushing forward their specific fucking agenda as far as that goes for a number of years. So yeah, like if that's anything that you're interested in or into, let me know and I'll connect you right away.
Yeah, get Balderson has my info. You can get it from Balderson.
Okay.
I guess Steve's the whole the other really disturbing thing is, why would we have to travel? Well, I don't live in Oregon, but this was brought to me by another investigative journalist like myself. And I started actually diving into this. Yes, Ben. Yes, Ben, I did. And it is real shit. And there are more people behind this but they won't sign their name to a petition, or they won't vote to put it into the bill. But why would you want to travel hundreds of miles or have to pay overinflated pricing to take away a protein?
Where do you get your beef from?
The grocery store.
Then you already get foreign beef. You're already buying foreign beef.
I get that. The whole grocery store thing was from Mrs. Bennington stating that people think that meat comes from a grocery store.
They do. And they literally said that when they were talking about this case. They're like, well, you can just go get it from the grocery store. We don't need to be doing this. And a lot of those people don't realize that's how that meat came about, you dumb shits. And the thing that's scariest about that whole scenario for me, and it makes it completely unfeasible to have animals at all, is that if they get hurt, like, animals get hurt constantly. They do some wild shit. Like Crack Baby's always talking about, you'd be shocked what cows try to jump over and smash through and fit themselves in.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I grew up in rural Pennsylvania, so I had farms around me. I told a story. I don't know.
Like, is an electric fence or a cattle prod at that point fucking hurting them and illegal? Because how you gonna keep a bull in without an electric fence?
You're not. I mean, I told this story. I don't know, Ben, if I told it to you or Mrs. Bennington, but I remember going with my father to down the road, but not even a mile, to a corner. Do you remember the old? I don't want to call it. It wasn't a fruit stand. It was a corn stand, where the farmer would go in his field and like wade deep into the field because that should have been gone, right? The real good corn. I remember, and it was farm to table. It wasn't. You go to the grocery store and they, you buy it in Walmart in the center of the aisle, right? I remember going there and talking to the farmer. The farmer had kids. We all went to school together, right? And we would fuck around and whatever. They would take me back into where the real crop was and showed me how to do shit. And we would bring it out, we'd set it out, and the pay for the day was a dozen ear of corns, or a dozen ear of corn. Sorry. So it's like, to hear somebody sit here and say that meat comes from the grocery store and legitimately believe that is absolutely asinine.
Okay, but my question was, where are you buying your meat from? Like that, yeah.
I'm going to be honest. It varies price. Mainstay is, we have a grocery store here called Publix.
I know Publix.
Okay, so that is where we typically buy our meats, but I cannot say in good conscience that I have not bought beef that comes from a cow from Walmart.
That's good. That's good. I can only encourage people to fire their fucking grocery store, go look up who your local ranchers are, go shake their hand, go develop a fucking peer-to-peer relationship with them, and stop getting fucking Brazilian cartel meat or fucking shit that was grown 18 states away, was shot up with all kinds of hormones and chemicals and all kinds of other weird nonsense. Like, it is possible. If you don't know who your local ranchers are, go to beefmaps.com, and anybody that's connected through the Beef Initiative will be on that website, and you can, even have to go through Beef Initiative to do it. You can get in your car and drive directly to the ranch and go, hey,
That's the fun thing, Countess Saint Germain, is actually because you're not having to pay all these middlemen. When you go directly to your beef source, you actually get cheaper beef, not more.
You don't need as much. You don't need as much. It lasts longer. You get so much more good out of it than you do the garbage from the fucking grocery store. You can literally see the difference in it. You know, you could do the same thing with your chicken. It's a little bit harder with pork because almost every single pork farm is owned by Smithfield or Tyson or Purdue.
Well, the JBS, you said something about JBS. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Steve. They are out of Colorado.
They're out of Brazil.
Well, I mean, they're what the fuck is it? The main plant or their American operation. I mean, that is in Greeley, Colorado.
Yeah.
And my point is, my brother used to drive a tractor trailer for them, and they would go to farms. He would go to farms, and well, I mean, they were super. They call them a super farm. I don't know what the fuck that means, but whatever.
Yeah, I know what it means.
And they would get the cattle. They would get pig. They would get whatever and haul them to the slaughterhouse, which at that point we had the protesters that he and I had to deal with. They wouldn't let you in. They're sitting out there with their sprayers and their they just need a drink. They just need a drink before they're killed and blah blah blah. And the cops don't do anything about it. But anyway, and back to the beef initiative, Steve's, I think you know where I live. I tried to do that, what you suggested a month or so ago, and and their claim was at the point that if they were to sell it to me, they would be going against USDA, which in turn could take their license. Their words, not mine.
Okay, so what did you what ranch, like what ranch did you
I will give that information to Bennington and he can forward it to you.
You can put it in the private chat right now too.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. Hold on a minute.
But which is were they going to be shipping across state lines?
I don't have that answer. I'm sorry.
Okay, so because if that's the case, if it was going state to state, then they may be correct. But if it's in your state, shouldn't be a problem. In fact, most states have in-state certification, especially if the ranch involved isn't super scale or it's a like mobile processing center. And I don't know if you guys have those where you are. I know, for example, in Sonoma County, there's a mobile processing center that goes directly to the ranch, and then they'll process the cattle on site. And then between the rancher and the people with the mobile center, they'll package everything up.
Right.
But I don't know.
So there's a thing called the Weston A. Price Foundation, and my wife found one here in Walla Walla, and it's the internet says it's a nonprofit organization dedicated to providing scientific validation for traditional foodways and promoting the Wise Traditions diet. And pretty much it networks people who have small farms. They sell their own eggs, sell milk, whole milk, fresh butchered stuff. It's not, you can't sell it like to a butcher store because it's not they haven't been checked out by the FDA and gotten a stamp, but you can get all kinds of natural food. We get whole milk there every week. Took a few months for us to get on the list all the way up to being able to get the milk, but now we get like 2 gallons a week. It's awesome. All kinds of great stuff.
Yeah, that's why I love love living in a small town. Like, at my barber, he sells like fruits, vegetables, and he also sells raw milk and all of that stuff within the barber shop. So it's like you don't really have to go to a main town just to go get some fruits and vegetables. You can just go right into the store. I mean, the closest store is about 20 minutes away from us either way.
That's awesome.
Does he sell his fucking wife's weird fucking tonic and crystal shit and salves too?
No.
All right.
Just have to remember to ask next time.
Right? Maybe it's in the back.
Yeah, maybe it's in the far back side that I can see. Probably got like a glowing light with a shrine built around it.
This IP28 stuff out of Oregon is insane. They're calling it the Peace Act, People for the Elimination of Animal Cruelty Exemptions, the Peace Act. I see there's a for website and a against website. Mm-hmm. What this sounds to me like is they're seeding this infantilization and radicalization to people, and as they continue to keep pushing for this idea that cruelty is happening towards animals, that's been around for quite a while. What's new to me and shocking to me is now they're saying that it's not only animal cruelty, but it's a certain kind of sexual assault against the animal. Now that just blows it up into a weird place where there's a huge reaction against that. But like this infantilization is where everyone is a child. So now we're all afraid of things that we don't know anything about. And then there's people going around asking you to, vote one way or the other because the animals are being abused and neglected and assaulted. This is like regulating cruelty. No, we're trying to end all cruelty. This is extremism by definition. So we're just pushing back against extremism.
And by their own logic, me trying to chase my cows back on my property could be abuse because it could be stressing the cows out.
Right?
They could freaking hurt their leg running from you. They could hurt themselves running through stuff. Cows, you'd be shocked. Like there's an easy path around like a bunch of bushes, and they're like, yeah, I like straight paths, and they will go at least attempt to go through.
What you should be doing is sit your cows down and say, hey, I'm giving you guys a choice. You can either run away from me and I'll chase you the way that I want you to go, or you can go the way that I want you to go right now. We'll just logically talk it out. And that's what you should be doing.
Yeah.
They would take the smart move if you gave them the option.
I tried that. It never worked.
Yeah, cows are distinctly bad at negotiations.
Literally, it was a big spot that they could have went around, and the other day they went straight through the thorny bush. And guess who had to chase through them through the thorny bush with no long sleeve on?
Steve, now that I think about that, I understand why they wouldn't. Did you see what I put in the thing?
Yeah.
That makes a little more sense why they wouldn't, but I wouldn't know why they wouldn't. I mean, I'm saying respectfully.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of
I gotta clean out the carburetor on my damn generator.
There are really fucking weird and stupid federal and state regulations when it comes to shipping stuff, and maybe they're in a state where it falls under that. I don't know. What I would encourage anybody doing is to try to find somebody within a quarter tank and then go convince friends, family, stuff like that to go in on a quarter cow or a half cow or something like that. Do do it all at once, even if it means you're splitting the cost of a deep freeze and you guys share it, or it's on you buy it and it's on your property, and they come over every once in a while, pull from it, you guys hang out and grill while you do it, whatever it is. It's just a much better way to go.
Well, I
It'll-
mean,
it'll pay for
I
itself,
can't.
too.
I'm
It'll
sorry,
pay-
Jim.
It'll pay for itself in money you're going to save going to the grocery store buying steaks in the long run.
Well, Steve, can you share that with? Oh, he can see it. Never mind. I'm sorry. That was stupid. If you go to that Google that, I don't think their prices are that bad for shipping. But I guess my bitch would be they have to ship it, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, if it's possible to intentionally seek out people that are within, an hour or two drive of where you are, and
Sure, that's
then
about
ask them
45 minutes, yeah.
questions. Make sure you're asking questions, and how are they raised? How are they finished? What do you shoot them up with? Do you shoot them up with anything? All that kind of stuff. And if you are willing to put a little bit of fucking, research and work into it, more often than not, you can find somebody by you, especially if it's somebody that's only got like a handful. They're doing it where it is sort of like off book or under the table. Like, that's always the best situation that you can get. A gray market is preferable in just about everything.
Well, I guess it just struck me as odd. But the price, even for the shipping, was not bad. Would you agree?
It's not terrible, no.
I mean, if I was purely a beef eater, I would go for a quarter or a half. Absolutely.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's gonna get a quarter cow gets your family, a family of 4, 6 to 8 months.
That's what I'm
And
saying. Yeah.
and it's not like you're eating beef every day.
Right.
You're still augmenting, you're still doing other stuff.
Sure.
It's just you've got what the vast majority of people don't have, which is food security.
Sure. Now, I am from the horrible state of Pennsylvania, and I will say horrible, right? Originally. They had it was, they called it a meat market. It's called Sparkle Foods or Sparkle Meat Market, whatever. I don't know if you're familiar or not.
Yeah.
But
I still have family in Indiana, Pennsylvania.
oh, well, then you know. Or they would know about it. Sure. My point is I'm from Pittsburgh originally.
Nobody's perfect.
No, I know. Trust me, I got out of there as soon as I fucking could. Anyway,
Is it true you get Hershey's chocolate after every meal?
only on Sundays.
Okay.
Only on Sundays.
Depending on what part of Pittsburgh you go to, it's not the Hershey's Kisses, it's the Herpes Kisses.
No, that too, and the Allegheny whitefish and all that other stuff. And we won't go into the whitefish.
Okay.
And it is very absolutely fucking true about a whitefish that are always pop up in the locks. That's all I'm saying.
One fish, two fish, white fish, blue fish.
Depends on if you're liberal or Republican. Anyway, moving on. Okay, dependent on the hair dye day. How's that? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyway.
So we're going to draw a map of dietary food restrictions, allergies, and preferences, and have a sort of a political compass that fits over it.
Yes, absolutely.
So why is food being politicized?
I guess you don't know what an Allegheny whitefish is. Anyway.
Never been to Pittsburgh.
Okay.
No, but you're familiar with the jokes about Hennepin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a lot like that. It's just color specific.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just color specific. Yes.
Yeah.
The point I'm making is they claim they get beef every day, right? And it's farm to butcher. But I've never seen them cut one motherfucking thing ever.
Yeah, shout out to the Mill Valley Market. I can go there, and they can tell me the ranch that it came from, and everybody behind the butcher counter knows how to cut and what to cut, and yeah, those guys are fucking rad, dude. Rad. Single family owned and operated for a century.
Sure.
Fuck yeah. Love that shit.
I mean, you know, I guess the question I have for you, Steve, and the panel anyway, is how do you know how do you really know where your beef or your pork or your fish is really coming?
Well, you definitely, it's very, very easy. Like, again, you can go and you can establish a handshake relationship with your rancher, or you can go to the supermarket and likely it's coming from Brazil or it's coming from somewhere in Central America where a number of various representatives of different cartels help get that across the border and into a processing center in northern Mexico that then gets shipped to Colorado or wherever it gets shipped to. But you know, there are a ton of still hanging on by a fucking thread local markets that contract with local ranchers.
Sure.
There's, you know, you can go to any fucking farmer's market anywhere in the country, and you can meet and develop relationships with people who grow and produce the food that you may not be able to grow and produce. Maybe you live in an apartment. Maybe you got a fucking, you know, a backyard that's got shitty exposure to sun, whatever it is.
Sure.
They're guaranteed you can do so much and the little steps every day to fire your fucking grocery store, to get,
sure,
you know, big agriculture out of your refrigerator. It will initially look more expensive. In the long run, you're saving so much fucking money because when you eat real food, you're not constantly hungry. You don't
Sure.
have those fucking food crashes and cravings. You're not fucking putting a little diabetes monster into you or anything like that.
Sure, your health. It pays off on the long term.
Well, I guess the optimum thing is to, and I don't disagree with anybody up here, is to raise and slaughter your own meat, grow your own vegetables and whatever else. Somebody in four wheels that don't have a diesel motor behind it, that would be, you know, hard for me to do. However, I grew up with gardens. Like I said, I grew up in rural Pennsylvania.
Well, yeah, and if you're not in a position where you can physically do that, but you have a couple of people you trust and a little bit of space in your yard, then you
sure.
can get a fucking, you know, like little labor share situation going where it's your property, you're providing the space, they're providing the labor, and then you take a
Sure.
split of what's getting grown. That's fucking, you know, like
Sure.
there's always ways around it, and there's always fucking, dude. None of this shit has to be this way.
Right.
None of it. It's only because people will trade fucking any sort of liberty for any kind of perceived comfort that we're in this situation.
Oh, I don't
in the
disagree
fucking
with
first
that
place.
at all.
So
Yeah, 'cause
I
yeah,
don't disagree.
There's
Yeah,
all
'cause like
kinds of
me,
shit. Go ahead.
yeah, 'cause like me, I'm a small rancher. Don't really. I have a truck, but I ain't got no diesel. I don't have nothing to haul cattle off with. But I do know people that do have it, and I can be like, all right, I can give you this amount of meat as a payment for helping me get my cattle to the market or to the butcher and stuff like that. Or just companies that will pick them up. I know there's a sales barn that I use that will come to my house with a trailer. As long as I have them trapped, they will load them up and they'll help me. So it's all about communicating, getting to know people. It took me a while just to start. Well, once people start helping me get my cattle back home, that's how I got to meet people. So, but it also was a blessing in disguise, so I can get to know my community and get a little help and understanding.
Did you come from a long line of cattle ranchers? How did you get into it?
No. Once again, my mom, she's from a small town, but they didn't really grow animals out there. They did farms. My uncle had hogs, but other than that, no. I'm the first person that I know of to raise cattle. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's probably somebody in my family that raised cattle, but yeah, as far as all self-taught, still learning every day.
Yeah, man. What I've noticed is that even if there's like friendly competition amongst people that are at least doing like regenerative ranching and stuff like that, they're fucking, dude, they'll talk your ear off about what works for them or what doesn't work for them all day, every day. And they're happy to fucking share information and what would be considered like trade secrets anywhere else. It really does. Like the people that are trying to do it right seem to really be fucking all on board with getting as many people as they can into that practice and sharing information as opposed to being total dicks about it.
Yeah, and like there's one thing I've learned, pretty sure y'all know about it, but like because I don't have a tractor in the trailer, like so in order to help grass grow out there in the field, I just lay hay out there and let the cattle eat that hay and then let that spread out, and then that covers the grass and the ground to help grass fertilize and all that stuff, and then that's my regenerative way until I can get a tractor and all that stuff. I refertilize it I allow the cattle to refertilize it, as I should say.
Oh yeah.
It works. Yeah. Can't complain.
It's like, you know, what, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000 years of animal husbandry. And just in the last 15 or 20 years, a couple of dorks have been like, no, I don't like people and I don't like animals. And I think all that farmland should be data centers. So we're going to fuck up, 100,000 years of human history just so we can fucking, I don't know, punish everybody that didn't blow us in high school or something like that. I don't really know where it stems from, but it sucks.
Yeah, and I agree because I live not that far from Abilene, Texas, and out there they just built a huge ass data center, acres and acres of land where they just built it. And I don't like it. I mean, yeah, it brings jobs to the area. Yes, happy, but on the other hand, I'm like, that could be used for something else.
Yep. All kinds of shit.
Data center jobs that they're already automating your replacement for. So you chose to go back to the farm, to nature, to cattle ranching without having a lineage of it. So you're having to figure these things out for yourself. That's been hard for you.
Yeah, but I also want to leave generational wealth to my kids. And to me, that's the best way.
Absolutely.
Back to the farm. Back to the land.
It's a learning process. And most of, like, I've been doing it since until I got in a relationship with my girl. I was doing it for the last 7.5 years all by myself while working full-time jobs and everything else. So it's been hard work. Even my neighbor told me the other day, he was like, I don't know how the hell you've been able to do it over the last few years by yourself, but yeah, you have. I'm like, yeah, trust me, I don't know. There's days I work 12 hours, get off of work, go work out in the field for about 6 hours, get maybe 3-4 hours of sleep, and wake up and go straight to work and get ready to do another 12 hours.
It's because you love it.
Yes.
That's how you get up and go out and do it the next day, is because you know what you're working towards is that generational wealth, and it's worth it all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, that
Something
like
to
in
get
the
up and
morning.
smell the fresh air about and be happy.
Plus, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but when I go out there and work in the field, I feel like a one-on-one presence with God when I do it. I just feel his energy, his presence, the quietness, the birds singing, everything. I can just feel the energy rumbling through my body, and that just makes it even a lot more better.
That's beautiful. You know, I heard my dad grew up on a farm, and he told me the most beautiful thing that he ever saw growing up on the farm was they had an old outhouse up on top of a hill, and it was like a wooden homemade outhouse, and like there was no door on that thing. And he would sit out there and like drink his coffee, and then he'd sit out there and take a crap in the morning, watching the sun come up, and it was like the most beautiful thing that he ever saw. So I would suggest finding an outhouse, take the door off, put it out so you can overlook your properties, and give that a shot. Might be
I
worth
don't
it.
know if I want to build an outhouse and go shit outside.
You
Have enough
don't have
snakes
to-
already.
you
Don't want
have
to do. I hate
Jim
snakes. Don't
Swarthy,
want to
you
be
don't.
trying to. Oh God! Instead of saying there's a snake in my boot, there's a snake in my outhouse.
Oh
Fuck
shit! You don't want snakes in your outhouse.
I put it in the private chat. I don't know if you can just check now, but I'm gonna put you in touch with Cole Bolton in Canyon, Texas. He got in on the ground floor with the beef initiative thing. He's gone from just having his ranch to opening a storefront, Hometown Meats in Canyon, Texas. Now he's building a processing center. He's gone through all of the legislative bullshit and stuff. Like he's fought politicians, and my buddy is a dude named Texas Slim who started the beef initiative, and he went and fucking did the initial like handshake relationship with now like hundreds of ranchers all over the US. Now this dude Slim, he went from driving around in his truck all over the US trying to get people to fucking eat right and shut the fuck up about dumb shit, to he's in El Salvador and he's got his own ranch now.
Yeah, I put my business email in the back for you.
Got you. And the dude who's running the beef initiative now was just a fucking bro, a hood ass down to fucking just scrap motherfucker from Philly who like had a revelation about maybe not wanting to live life the way that he was, and now he's fucking running a fucking multi-million-dollar company that connects people directly with ranchers all over the planet. Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, definitely give me some information, because I'm trying to build it up slowly but surely, but it takes time.
Right on. No, dude, it takes time. It takes marketing. Nobody wants to do that shit. Marketing sucks. Oh, it's fucking terrible. You feel like a fucking fake ass chump every time, and it's your shit, and you feel good about your shit. You love it's worth fucking bragging on, but you can't fucking do it because you feel like a disingenuous asshole. Yeah, dude, I get it. I understand.
And I hate social media, so let's add that on top.
Yeah. Dude, I only use Twitter to promote my show, my friend's shows, and occasionally fucking retweet some random shit post that I think is funny. I don't engage with anybody on social media. If I do, I want to take a fucking bleach bath immediately. It's all designed to fucking bring you down and fucking lower your vibration and fucking steal your loosh and all that shit, dude. It sucks. I don't want to.
That's what she said. Slow your vibrations, bro.
Right? I don't know. Sometimes I like that.
That's abhorrent.
Yeah.
So do all of y'all have like a decent sized ranch?
No, man. I'm on the California coast currently. I would love to relocate. I can't speak for everybody, but
I used to play Farmville on Facebook.
I'm unfortunately kind of town living right now.
Harvest Moon.
Hey, Craig, maybe look at the chat real quick.
I used to have goats. I got ducks now, but we live kind of in town, so we can't have a lot of stuff, and I don't have barely any property.
I'll check it later. I'm on my phone.
We're growing a little garden. We kind of had to cut back the last couple of years because we had a baby, so just way too much going on to plant and water regular. But
yeah, I've lived most of my adult life in the middle of nowhere and stuff like that. I just past couple of years, very, very, very close to the city. But yeah, still, like I can get under the redwoods immediately. I can get to the fucking ocean in 10, 15 minutes and stuff like that. Like I'm around nowhere. I just don't live in it currently.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy because now, since I am engaged now, I'm about to have my girl and her 2 kids. So now I got a little bit more farm help and stuff around the house. So it makes it a little bit more easy. I'm like, come on, yeah, get out there to the field.
Congratulations on all of that, man.
You know why he got married? He's got ranch hands now.
Yeah, that's a blessing. I ain't gonna lie, but that ain't the reason why I got married. Calm down. I did it for love.
Love of the extra set of hands.
That too. I ain't say no to that. Yeah. One man can only do so much.
Oh, Hercules.
Don't make me go Hercules on you.
It's definitely a blessing when they can cook too.
Yeah, wait a minute. Wait. Guess what this dumb motherfucker did the other night? And he was called out. I mean, like straight called out. We was on a panel over on Sarah's panel. This motherfucker is in his kitchen cooking. Guess what he just done did? He done put some raw ass chicken on the countertop. There was no cutting board. He didn't even wash his fucking hands. We watched him go from
Hold on. First of all, no. You did not see me. I did wash my hands. Don't bring that shit up live. Say that. I wash my hands.
That's what
Don't
you
lie.
said. But the chat called him straight the fuck. I mean, like it was blast, bro.
And you know what?
Blast.
That's why my girl wants to cook. She don't want me to stay in the kitchen.
Straight
And
up
when she's at my
raw
house,
as-
she cooks.
straight up raw as chicken. And Sarah called him out. I mean, like straight blast.
I ain't got no shame.
That's how you
It's
build up
cook-
your immune
cooking
system.
it. You're cooking it.
Yeah.
And then he says, "Oh, I cleaned it up with some bleach."
Oh, I did not say bleach. You shut.
If you're hungry
I'm gonna
enough,
push.
you'll eat
I'm gonna roll
anything.
you off a hill.
So you gotta cook something before you're hungry. It's like you don't
Yeah.
have time to wait for us to cook.
Rest up
Special
before bed,
services
too.
unit of the farm patrol to jack my ass out with the glorified Hoyer lift. Farm rescue, bitch.
No, the way I'm a busybody and my ADHD, so sometimes I forget to eat. I know that sounds crazy, but I do forget to eat. And so I have to. And then I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh, I need to eat. So I start cooking and stuff, and I realize, oh, my stomach growling. And so
Mind
that's
you,
why.
Jem, he's on a panel fucking with people, but he's cooking some chicken.
Man's gotta eat. Man has to eat.
You gotta
Exactly.
multitask sometimes.
We understand.
What are we faulting a guy for multitasking?
No, we're faulting him for putting a raw ass chicken right up on his counter.
That's your allegation. I wasn't there.
Exactly. It could have been a white. It could have been a whiteboard on top of a white counter.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Until you told on yourself and said, I damn sure did put that chicken on the countertop.
Exactly, because I don't give a damn. And guess what? I don't get sick that much either. So who's complaining?
Maybe the guy's got clean countertops, dude.
Thank you.
Are you basing this off of your fucking ratchet ass, dirty ass countertops, man? I mean, I don't. Not everybody's scraping last night's fucking meal off of their countertop every day.
Floors.
Maybe he knows
so
where the
clean
bird
you can
came
eat off
from,
of them.
too.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Also fair.
I don't get sick that much. Maybe once every 2 or 3 years. So who's complaining now?
I didn't say. Listen, you damn lucky you ain't on Sarah's panel because it would come out. Oof. Nah,
You better get on the escalator before you talk to me. Rise up to my
Let
level.
me tell you something. I can ride down the escalator, bitch. Okay.
That's the only way you can get up.
Escalator.
It's not a flex.
No, I've done
Hey, if I gotta call Aladdin so he can show you the world on the rope, on the carpet, I will.
all right. Wait,
Sarah G.
Wait till you get the next email. All right.
Oh,
I was
dude,
being
I'm gonna
nice.
write you a sternly worded letter.
Dear Mr. Crack Baby.
You look out, buddy.
Dear Mr. Crack Baby, call a farm rescue. You're gonna need it, bitch.
I have had it up to here.
Wait till I roll up.
Hey, if you wake up in your wheelchair, don't have no wheels, you know what happened.
I'm bro.
I'm gonna put your shit on blocks.
This is becoming an autonomous
I'll
zone.
be on Facebook Marketplace in like 15 minutes.
How you gonna
It's
put?
gonna be like hubcaps in the 80s.
And just to be petty, he'll put it up there for free.
Bro,
You
don't
know,
crash on my fucking
get time
spinners.
off of it.
Don't crash on my spinners, Ben. Don't crash. Ben, I do got spinners. I ain't even gonna lie.
You need those.
Yeah, because
fucking-
every time you use those arms.
You need those fucking H-down swingers on them. That's what you need.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
You need those the little things they put on the side of fancy old school cars, the curb scrapers, so you can know when you get too close.
See, I'm all about the double duty. If I was him, I'd have like a broom behind me. That way, I was always at least sweeping or doing something useful while I was wheeling around.
Fuck that. Put Dayton's on it. Fucking.
That is how you get around and use when zones get tired. Sometimes you gotta use the broom to just go like you rolling.
Just start rolling along.
I keep telling that person, Pero, swim up, man. He just won't. He said pull up. I said swim over.
Oh, I can swim. Talking about me, I just realized they talking about me.
Yeah, well, the Three Stooges had to get DEI, so we got a black guy and a handicap.
Yeah, that's right.
Who's black?
We're not going to tell you who's who, though. You gotta
Marcus.
figure it out.
All right, I'm about to say, I've been a white man for as long as I can remember. I have a skin disease called revitiligo. It's the opposite of what Michael Jackson had. Let the sound of a bitch.
Every year.
I noticed.
Just getting darker.
Hi, my name is Uncle Ruckus. No relation. And so I just want to be honest with y'all white folks. I am one of y'all.
Yes,
I've been hiding my skin for as long as I can remember.
I honor your melanation, my brother.
Hold on, what melanation? This is the curse, not a melanation.
Oh fuck.
Oh man. The
What kind of shit
Dude,
is
the Uncle Ruckus country album was
That was my nickname in the Marine Corps too.
was Ruckus. All right.
Sorry, I just don't
Funny,
trust
my-
those black folks over there.
You should be should consider yourself privileged just to breathe the air that the white man's breathing.
I'm so much an Uncle Ruckus that I live in a small ass town, less than 1,000 people, and the percentage of blackness is probably 0.2.
You realize the point of the head tax was taxing the air you were breathing, right? Remember how they used to play that head tax where if you lived in a certain city, you had to pay a head tax?
For using the toilet?
No, it was for just living there.
Well,
That was
why
just
is it
like
so
taxing
dark?
the air you breathe. I mean, I'm surprised California hasn't done it yet. I mean, motherfucker.
I don't know. All the air I'm breathing right now is full of gasoline. There was smegma in my fucking fuel line. I cleared it out, but then it fucking went right in my mouth.
Ooh,
horrible. Yeah.
Yes.
You better tell Mrs. Bennington there was a lot of things in your mouth that you didn't want.
Oh, yeah, she knows.
Be careful.
There was things in my mouth that I didn't want. I said she knows. It is not the first time I've got gasoline or diesel fuel or other things in my mouth.
Is your generator gasoline or diesel?
The little one I'm running off of right now is just little gasser. It's one of the little inverters.
Right.
Things are efficient as fuck. Like 2 gallons a day.
How long can that thing run on a tank?
If depending on what you're doing, like I'm even powering a greenhouse right now.
Yeah,
and then the fridge, and it's only going like 10 hours right now, but without the greenhouse on there, it would go about 14.
Oh, no shit. Yeah. Just turn it off when you're done at night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The greenhouse is sucking extra power though, that's for sure. But
yeah.
What do you do?
So you have an enclosed greenhouse?
Yeah, I just built a little you can kind of see it behind me. It's all lit up. And I just used the awning of my house and took cattle panels, the 16-foot cattle panels, and just made like a half dome. So it's coming right off my roof right over to there. And then that way, because I've got, I'm just on an extension cord. Like it's a good 12 gauge extension cord, like the $300 one, but it's still just a fucking extension cord. And so I've only got 3 plugins right here. And I got a power strip doing the computer and the TV, and then one going to the refrigerator, and then one going to the greenhouse now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to get my garden going back up. I know my girl said she wants to start one, so once they officially get moved in next month, we can start. Within the next few months, we can get that started.
Do you know, Ben, you could probably turn that fucking light off and the greenhouse will just illuminate you like you're in a fucking...
It actually does. It just doesn't get... It gets me personally, but it doesn't get the rest of the house.
Oh,
this thing gets most of the house. Actually, we got one other flashlight. We go over there. We live by these fucking things with the DeWalt fucking flex batteries.
Yeah, yeah.
See how immediately the whole background went dark? It's just right where I'm sitting that actually does work fine for.
Honestly, I thought it was still daylight there. And I looked down at the clock on my computer. There's no fucking way it's still daylight there.
No, I'm trying to keep my plants out of bloom cycle.
Yeah.
So I've got them on light until 9:30. So I've got them on 13 and a half hours right now. And then when they're about 13 hours, 13 and a half, I'm going to take them out and get them out in the field and plant them.
Yeah, yeah. I just watched the video with the scorpions. And then I remember what actually happened with that. And I started laughing, Ben, with Christy doing that.
Oh, yeah, the scorpion in the shower?
Yeah, I saw
that.
that.
She was, dude, I was sitting here and I was sitting here and all of a sudden she's like, a scorpion in the shower. Like, and she's in the shower. She had shampoo in her hair and everything, so she couldn't really see well. And I had to run in there and get this fucking scorpion out of the shower. He was just, he wanted to take a shower too. They don't get that often to do that.
They crawl in, but they don't crawl out.
My wife would crash through the fucking shower doors if something like that would be in there.
Does your wife drive a Subaru?
No, she doesn't drive at all.
Oh, I'll be right back to you, man. I'm sorry.
That's right. Make farmsteading sexy again.
We got a Subaru commercial we can look at.
Oh yeah.
Subaru?
Subaru.
Is it starring Greg Bavino?
Not yet. I mean, you've got the connection. You could talk
I
to him.
guess so.
So we're working on a
God,
deal with
that's what
Subaru
was
here.
in the 80s.
Yeah, they're gonna sing a little song here, honor some Subaru drivers.
Subaru, Kelly Blue Book's most trusted brand.
Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Fuck. All the check engine lights are on. The Subarus, I actually looked at one when we moved out here for my mom. My mom got me or wanted me to get her a car. And I thought about a Subaru just to have the 4-wheel drive and the little bit of clearance. And those things, the engines blow up at 200,000 consistently.
Not unless you get an old one.
Christy had one when her and I got together, and I don't think that thing made it 6 weeks.
Oh my God.
Engine straight locked right up.
So you serviced a lot of Subarus back in the day?
No, the Subaru wasn't a big thing when I was a mechanic. Not in the Midwest, anyways. Yeah.
All the kids in my high school had them back in the 90s. They get them from old ladies, you know, like in 1986, 1987.
Okay.
One buddy had a 1978, and they'd jack them up a little bit, and they were pretty awesome off road.
When I was in high school, they were Hondas, and do you remember the old Honda Civic CRXs 2-seaters?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
I had
we would
one.
shove 5 fucking people in that motherfucker, and we would drive down the road. It was fucking hilarious. And you know, back then we were 120 pound fucking lightweights, so you just start stacking people, including on the driver's seat and the driver.
As long as you could still pass the bong, good to go.
They were doing that too.
The hardest part about fitting 8 people into a Honda CRX is figuring out where you're going to put the 5-foot bong.
That's right. Hold the wheel.
Yeah, in the Midwest, when I was in high school, that was when the Grand Prix, every dickhead kid that fucking his parents bought him a car got a Grand Prix back then.
Those things were fast as fuck, too,
Pronounce
man.
it pricks.
Yeah.
The fucking like 92 to
pricks.
94 Pontiac Grand Prix, those things were fucking fast, dude.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, dude, off the fucking rip, those things could jump. I had a friend that had one. I had a fucking shitbox Pontiac Sunbird. That was my car.
Nice, a Sunbird.
Yeah.
I had an F-150.
Yeah, the only car that I ever did own was a Honda Civic CRX, and I've had pickup trucks ever since. I mean, I've never actually had a little car ever.
Yeah, no Z28 for me. I've pretty much my entire life had pickups or big large SUVs like Suburbans and shit.
My wife said she wants a Dodge Charger. I said, "Who's going to drive it?" "Well, you."
No, the black guy that steals it. That's who's gonna drive it.
Who's gonna insure it?
To somebody that doesn't have a driver's license? No.
And shit, with the way fuel's going, we're all going to be driving goddamn Priuses and Geo Metros.
No, we're going to have to start buying fucking Teslas.
No, not if everybody says no. You just got to say no.
No
You don't
Teslas.
have to do it. Yeah,
My ass is building a gasifier. I'm gonna be fucking hauling around a fucking load of wood with me all the time while I'm fucking driving.
Gasifier,
I think you're going to be building a lot of gasifiers for a lot of fucking people.
Dude, over $8 for fucking diesel fuel at this point in fucking town.
Really?
Yeah.
We are at $6.98. Ben.
Yeah, freaking just retarded. Like, you know, and when I said the other day it cost me $75 to go to town and back, $8 a gallon times 7 gallons is $72. So that was only really 7 fucking gallons of fuel. It's not even that much fuel. We wouldn't fucking
7 times 8 is 56.
Or 56, yeah. 9 times 8 is 72. So it's only 9
Alchemist,
gallons
not
of fuel.
math magician.
Yeah.
Not math magician.
You know what? I just was chucking a bunch of gas. I'm still sitting here breathing the fumes.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
You're
My head's
about,
like,
you're about 2 more. You're about 2 more hits away from making a Ween album.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It got me good. I cleared that freaking no fuel was coming out at all because that's why it took me so long. I took the carb off and everything and I got the line off and nothing came out. And I'm like, oh, well, that's not good. And then I blew into it and then it just immediately was like splash because I had just filled up the tank before the show. So fucking it was nice and full. So it got me good. Ugh.
This is unrelated to anything that we're talking about. It's just funny, and I like Dave Landau. So.
Oh, Columbus. How are you? Good. I'm from Michigan. I know you hate it. Yeah, it's fine. I get it. It's football, college football, because I was so into college. I went to high school for 5 years. There was no chance of me playing football. Well, just my body was the reason there was no chance of me playing football. I played for 1 game. That was it. 1 game. I played in high school. I got tackled, and I was like, this sucks. I lit up a Newport, and I walked home. I was 14. And my dad goes, you quit already? And I was like, yeah, I'm done. That hurt. Like, I'll golf. People don't do that when I golf. And I can drive a cart drunk and high. That's a way better sport. You can play football drunk, but it's not fun, especially when it's 2-hand touch with your uncle and it's a repressed memory. And there's no football.
Dave Landau.
That sounds like right after I got my surgery, like 2 years ago. They gave me ketamine. I was talking to porta potties, bro. I'm not even joking.
Yeah. I know a guy who was standing in the courtyard of a Motel 6 in Bloomington, Indiana, waiting for the mothership to land after intense conversation with Jesus in the sink of the bathroom at the Motel 6 off of some ketamine.
That is the place to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So they said after your surgery, we're going to give you a medication and you will not feel pain because you will have a lot, right? I mean, they basically gave me a C-section of my colon, right? I said, whatever. They didn't tell me it was fucking ketamine because I would have told them, are you fucking stupid? No.
What do you have against ketamine?
No. After the effects that my wife was looking at me like we're not in Illinois. I was in Illinois, but I wasn't. I was in Central Florida.
Yeah.
And I was grabbing my pee and flying it back to Florida. That is exactly what I told my wife I was doing.
All right.
And I was having a conversation with one of those Versa modes. It was my brother. I was seeing my brother. And I was talking to it. And he was talking back.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Okay. So still waiting for a downside.
That's no problem, Crack baby. You can come back in, brother. We knew you were at work. We appreciate you coming in.
Yeah. Yeah. Still waiting for a downside to any of that.
Yeah. Do you have any more?
That sounds fucking awesome so far.
Well, I then I pulled my Foley catheter out.
Oh
Okay,
we-
well, yeah. So
good.
you're an idiot, but don't blame ketamine.
We know about the cowboy captor situation. It's all good.
Yeah.
No, I did. I pulled it out appropriately on ketamine. The nurses looked at my wife and say, "How does he know how to do that?" Then the doctors came in, and I don't remember because after that they gave me a shot of something, and I was fucking cooked.
You gave your ass some fucking Dilaudid, calmed you
gave me
down a little
something.
bit. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
what
No, I mean, other than operator error, I'm still failing to see the downside of that. I have seen downsides to ketamine. I have. There was a period of time in the late 90s in Bloomington, Indiana, in the winter, where you would just see cars off the side of the road everywhere because the people driving them were in a K-hole. and they fucking, they got high at somebody's house and they did the let's roll the dice and see if I can make it home before it kicks in too hard kind of thing. And
Always
they
a fun game.
Yeah, did not pass that particular mission. Did not.
They just hit them.
You can't win at Russian roulette every time.
Right. Right.
Well,
no, not the Kardashian hole, Cheney. See, with ketamine, that's available to almost everybody. The Kardashian holes, you kind of have to be an NBA player. Or like Kanye or
That is true. That is so true.
Pete Davidson. Yeah.
You don't have enough money. You don't have enough money for the Kardashian.
Right. It's not that it's an unattainable.
Well, what's
hole. It's just
that
very
guy's
expensive.
deal got to be? Like, you're a hot chick and you get passed around Hollywood and you're like the Hollywood toy. What's the dude that gets passed around like the Hollywood toy to the Hollywood toys? Like, what's
I think that's Corey Feldman.
Oh shit, that poor guy.
It used to be Timo John Stamos. Oh, that's right. He's in New York.
Shut up.
Oh God.
The Cinnamon Angels weren't around then to save Corey Feldman, but thankfully we've discovered the Cinnamon Angels are real.
Yes.
Yeah, they fly away.
Yeah, we've discovered it's a real thing.
Do you remember Charlie Sheen?
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
That was
kind of a shiny guy,
the
kind of
token
well-polished.
Hollywood star that's been passed around Hollywood a lot.
I mean, from what I heard, he was doing the pushing. He wasn't doing the receiving.
Oh, whatever. He was still the Hollywood O.
Does he know the Cinnamon Angels?
Right.
Fly away.
We've discovered
Graduate the Puff Daddy. Oof,
Oh,
dude. My daughter was this close to my ex-wife had my daughter just about in that whole world, and my daughter, she just loves me for it, but at the time hated me, and because I flipped out when she was at the Nationals for the Little Miss of America, the Miss America for under 18. And they were doing weird shit with the kids already. And I stood right in that room full of people, said, anybody touch my fucking daughter, I will beat you to death. and I wasn't this calm when I said it. I was a little heated.
Ted Allen.
Yes. We have
Why
the
is
Cinnamon
Harlan
Angels.
Williams on a podcast with the two
Yeah,
Canadians that were telling us about the MMIWWKRP
Well, Harwin has a charity that he was talking about, the Cinnamon Angels Fly Away, and the news story here, Gemsworthy located a clip, and I located another clip, and we discovered that the Cinnamon Angels actually do fly away, and they are a real thing. So we have evidence of the Cinnamon Angels flying away.
Janie says it was Spielberg that Feldman was covering for when he told on Feldman on Charlie, which
could be.
Yeah.
Shocked me.
Yeah, well, you're gonna be shocked to see the Cinnamon Angels are real.
Yeah.
Ted Pennington.
Yeah, you can look it up on Google.
So here is the reveal of the real Cinnamon Angels.
Wow.
Aye.
Can I drop a little thing about my charity?
So
I
you're there.
represent
Yeah, for
Hollywood
sure.
as a charity.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, this is
The video of the Cinnamon Angels.
tough to talk about, but it's about a allergy. It's called Cinnamon Angels Fly Away, and it's for children that have cinnamon allergies. And
That's why they keep
all
them
the money
sealed
goes
tight.
to. Okay, well,
Dude's about to bust a fucking gut.
no worries. No,
Go ahead.
thank you. So, Cinnamon Angels Fly Away, and it's for children with cinnamon allergies.
Here's the angel.
So just say the PO box thing again.
So it's Cinnamon Angels Fly Away.
It's easier,
So-
and she's an angel.
Yes.
It's a ridiculous name. Cinnamon Angels Fly Away.
I'll tell you
What does
how
that
this.
even fucking mean?
I'll
What
tell
does
you
that mean?
how
Yeah, tell
this
me how that.
started.
Yeah, tell me how. Why the fly away? Tell me how
I'm
that.
getting a little mad here, but
I'm so
I was at LAX at the airport, and they have a Cinnabon, the Cinnabon thing, and his mother was walking along with her child, and you know how you can smell those Cinnabons in the airport, and this kid collapsed on the ground right in front of Cinnabon and was convulsing and fucking having a seizure. And I was like, I'll be goddamned if I ever have that happen on my watch. So I started Cinnamon Angels
Another video of them.
Away. You know, wow.
No, I don't know.
So
There are so many videos of these
Really?
Cinnamon Angels flying away.
Is it an airport?
yeah.
Oh, that's not why I didn't know.
And when they die, they fly away on a cloud of cinnamon.
And a crowd of cinnamon.
Check
That
that
looks
out.
like a kid having a Tourette.
How do you say? What do you say?
You would not
Get
think
him
the
off.
angels would have their legs that much and wings and all.
One cinnamon girls.
You would assume the wings would be more of
Fly away.
the.
Yeah, all right, we'll check that out. Yeah. Any other charity? Good.
It's a good charity.
Speaking of charities and nonprofits, look up Save the Shrimp.
I think I know that one.
Oh, I know all the fuck about it now.
Did you find the man in the rowboat?
No, there's a guy that goes around and does some of the debate panels, and he's actually part of some Save the Shrimp fucking movement.
Save
This
the
shit is hilarious.
Yeah.
Wait, no way. Not real shrimp.
I'll bring the proof. Hold on.
Hey,
Okay.
dude, and what more proof do you need that there are people that are out there sticking up for bottom feeders than like the average OnlyFans horror subscriber count?
Yeah,
You
that is
know?
true.
It's
Hey, that pussy takes my kids to Disneyland.
we're fucking
Disneyland.
Man.
hey, Spin, I need you to watch 2 films over the next week. I need you to watch the film Jones Plantation, and I need you to watch the film Barnum World. Okay? I don't usually assign homework. You are, of course, under no obligation to follow up. You can ignore me, but I think it would be beneficial if you watched Jones Plantation and Barnum World. Not because my friend made them. He wasn't my friend at the time that they shot Jones Plantation, at any rate. But it's one of those movies. In fact, the entire Raging Tomato community should have a watch along with Jones Plantation. I'm gonna hit up Sarah myself to suggest that, but and to demand that she also watch Jones Plantation, but because I know she hasn't. And
We've primed them for these kind of things.
Everybody should.
We've been over there twisting and turning. Even poor Spin wakes up every morning and he's like, "It's another good day to have Trump as my daddy, and then we tell him how the government, and then he learns new government secrets, and by the end of the day, he's like, no.
Yeah. When you have Roy Cohn's rented twink as your president, it's not a good day. If you don't know who Roy Cohn was or the role he played in literally shaping Donald Trump, then you're missing out on a significant part of Donald Trump's history during his formative years. And certainly up until the point to where his mentor, Roy Cohn, who died of AIDS in 86, 87, something like that. And then at that point, Trump began his deep and storied friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. But, hey, look, Tim Dillon told us you're supposed to vote for the pedophile that most aligns with your values. And sure, yes, this is somebody that diddles kids. And sure, yes, this is somebody that at every opportunity screws over everybody that's working for him. And yes, it is someone who demands 100% loyalty and offers zero. And yes, it is somebody who is a wholly owned subsidiary of Israel. But, I guess on some level, you don't have to watch everything happening to the country that would have happened under Kamala Harris happen, and then also have to wake up going, well, and it's a black chick doing it. So, there is that little bit of I guess a point of unearned, non-existent pride that somebody could magic up to take away from, once again, voting in a rigged system in an oligarchy, because you can totally vote your way out of an oligarchy.
Plus, it is 2026, and I know that Mount Sinai Hospital is doing some wonderful things in sphincter reconstructive surgery.
They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to. The way that Donald Trump and J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz's assholes are all prolapsed from the immense pounding they've gotten from the fake and gay state of Israel. Yeah, they're gonna have to have some sort of regenerative tech at the ready.
Well, I put it up in the back, Steve's, about I shared the screen. So I found this fucking absurd.
There we go.
So this is the Shrimp Welfare Project, and they are dedicated to supporting the seafood industry in its transition to humane and higher welfare shrimp farming practices.
Well, you gotta have goals. You gotta have goals.
Wait, it even gets better.
The SWP.
They are advocating for
what's the Shrimp Act?
This is the kind of shit that I never knew was there, right? So they want they have shrimp whisperers, and they go and they talk to the shrimp, and they say that shrimp have feelings, so they choose the way they want to die. And they say, oh, we don't want to be electrocuted anymore. We would like to be euthanized appropriately. So my thing is, okay, picture, if you will, euthanasia of a shrimp with chemicals. And then you eat those chemicals. You're pretty much euthanizing yourself. Duh. But this is the shit that I just, it was the most absurd shit that I have ever seen or read in my life. And,
So are they making a shrimp act on the world?
They're doing something, but,
what are their goals?
Their
What have they achieved so
Their
far?
goal is to stop the shrimp farming, and their main tagline is that they are being over farmed. It saves and improves the life. Each dollar you donate helps improve the lives of 1,500 shrimps per year. Your support makes a profound impact.
We should really be killing whales. Because whales eat so many shrimp. If we annihilated the whale population.
Okay. Do we need to educate everyone about how food chains work and basic ecology and biology? And
440 billion shrimps. I can't make this up. 440 billion shrimps are farmed each year. Shrimps. It's shrimp, dumbass. And that's 5 times the total amount of all farmed land animals. Okay.
Yeah, you're lacking an understanding of shrimp's individuality.
I'm not lacking. It's the most absurd thing I've ever heard. I am not lacking the ability. Trust me.
So they don't see the benefits in the popcorn shrimp?
I mean, I see plenty of benefits in popcorn shrimp. I eat those motherfuckers anytime I can.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And there hasn't been a shortage to my understanding.
So how does this shrimp pact Red Lobster?
It sure doesn't.
How does this shrimp pact Long John Silver?
It doesn't.
Huh.
Are there still Captain D's around?
I've never seen one of those, but in the Midwest, you do occasionally see a Long John Silver still.
Oh, yeah.
We have what's called Joe's Crab Shack. We have Frenchie's, French seafood out on Clearwater Beach here in Florida.
Mm.
And they seem not to have a shortage. Just saying. But
there's a shortage of clean shrimp.
The whole thing with this dude is he's got a fucking silhouette of Joe fucking Biden and a shrimp costume behind him. And this is where I picked this up, and I'm like,
so how do I get a job as a shrimp pact lobbyist?
I don't know, man, but being mad at this is a lot like trying to fight Godzilla's toenail.
I'm not mad at it. It's comical.
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, it's fucking ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. It's fucking ridiculous.
You do have a governor that's pushing more red flag laws and basically banned protest and made it so that saying anything critical of Israel is almost punishable by death. And they're continually trying to like kill off the Everglades.
Well, okay. Regardless of that, I am glad they don't have these all out and out war protests. I mean, Florida.
What happens when you need to protest against the mandatory jab? What happens when you need to protest against a mask mandate? What happens when you need to protest against a gun ban?
Oh,
like,
well,
the fucking toolkit that gets passed on to every wannabe dictator just expands. That's the problem.
Hold on. DeSantis is not against the First Amendment.
He is where it applies to Israel. 100%. He's on the record for that. He traveled to Tel Aviv to sign legislation that banned speech critical of Israel, banned the BDS movement.
So I can't say boom.
He's
boom.
the first sitting U.S. governor to travel out of country to sign a bill into law for the state of Florida in Tel Aviv. Can you find me a single other U.S. governor that has traveled to Israel to sign legislation that criminalized speaking out in various forms against Israel? Not even Greg Abbott did that.
I could not, but I mean, your governor spends $8 million on Save the Trees and a press.
Right, I don't defend my governor.
Yeah,
I think
but we
he's a
don't
piece
like
of
our
shit.
governor. That's where the
Yeah.
problem comes in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys have never had a government.
I'm horrified by
not a
who they're gonna
Duma.
put in after this fucking piece of shit when they install him as president.
Oh, dude. The fucking, it's wild, the governor race. Did you see that the lead Democrat now just had to drop out?
He didn't just drop out, dude. He fucking quit his whole ass job
Yeah.
in Congress.
Yeah.
He fucking
Eric Swalwell had to walk.
Yeah,
Hey,
I saw that just a little bit ago, and I'm like, oh, we know.
Yeah, and that was their lead candidate and out of the pack. And there's 3 Republicans above that in California.
Ben if I remember correctly, he was a diddler.
No, he was had an affair with a Chinese spy, and that was a real big fucking
Fang Fang.
Yeah, Fang Fang. He had an affair with a Chinese spy and was giving away secrets to a Chinese spy for pussy.
Oh my God! Only California, bro. Only California, bro.
I'd watch the movie based on that memoir. It's
Yeah,
exciting, right?
I'm not saying you can't protest in Florida. I'm saying DeSantis signed a bill into law that radically changed the way you can protest in Florida.
Well,
That
you can't
happened
go
in
out there and start
2021.
fucking. You
That's
can't go
on
out
the
there.
books. I wish people weren't so fucking mouth breathing retarded and would just fucking listen. I never said you can't protest in Florida, you reactionary Republican dumb fucks.
I'm
I
not
never
saying.
said
I'm
that.
not
I'm
saying
not
that he
talking
took
to you,
away
Wheels.
the right.
I'm talking to the chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to me. I was like, I didn't
No,
say
man.
that.
I understand that you can protest in Florida. DeSantis signed a bill into law in 2021 that radically reformatted the way that you're legally allowed to protest. That's what happened. It happened the same legislative cycle that he signed the red flag laws. That
Steve may have been reacting also a little bit.
it drives me fucking nuts when people don't listen to the actual sentence or the whole sentence and just fucking jump off onto some weird stuff. Look it up. Holy fuck, dude. DeSantis
the one
specifically signed anti-BDS legislation in Tel Aviv, becoming the first governor to travel out of country to sign legislation, and he signed fucking massive red flag laws, and he fucking put the protest laws on the books in Florida. All of this happened while he was doing really good shit in terms of making Florida more accessible for people who wanted to flee California or flee New York from COVID restrictions. All of those things happen. And if you read the actual law, blocking cars is very, very vague. Very vague.
You
on
can't do that here.
Yeah,
You cannot do
so
that.
if you're totally willing to believe that a headline description of a bill is exactly what it is, that's fine. You're gullible. It doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't. But try doing it for something that isn't totally approved of by the administration and fucking see what happens. Because there's a huge difference between a protest and a parade.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Like here, if you walk in front of a car with a protest sign and other people come out and block the road with you, you can drive right through them. There is nothing that the police will do. You cannot like block or impede a sidewalk. If you do, you go to jail. Like half the shit or most of the shit that happens in Portland, Oregon would never happen here. Ever.
I mean, in fairness, most of the shit that happens in Portland, Oregon is state sanctioned. And is funded and controlled and confined to a very small area where people can put cameras in front of it so they can make people hyper fucking triggered.
Sure. No. I know what you're saying, Steve. I'm saying like throwing a sex toy at a car. You do that here, the guy in the car has the right to get out and shoot your fucking ass. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I support any state that has a castle doctrine or a stand your ground, anything. Yeah, that's common fucking sense. You know, I mean, you shouldn't have to legislate that. But you know, we live in the dumbest timeline in the most propagandized, stupid fucking country imaginable. So this is what we get.
Oh, I don't know. I do not by any means would never concede to say that we do not live in a propagandized society here. We do. Absolutely. I would never discredit that or say that I didn't believe that. What I do say is you have a choice to either listen to that propaganda or make your own decision. That's the only thing that I have said.
100% agree with that. Although most people, up until that's one of the few things that the internet's really opened up, most people only thing they ever had available was mainstream media. I mean, the other information was available, but you had to dig. You had to for real dig back in the day. You had to buy expensive ass books that were freaking not allowed anywhere, basically. Go study shit with fish tapes.
Well, given my position that Ben knows, I get local papers. The way of the newspaper is gone. But back, I could probably say the 80s. The 80s when, excuse me, the newspaper other than mainstream media, that was your propaganda. I can remember where there were political what the hell is that called? It's not propaganda. Political flyers in the Sunday paper. I can remember just looking at it.
The thing is they went from the paper to then the same people running things took over TV stations. And then the real problem is now insidiously we see them like Tucker Carlson being the perfect example and guys like that, who those were your mainstream media guys. And then they come into independent media and pretend like they're independent for a minute. And then they're propagandizing just as heavily as anybody else.
Oh, I don't.
And
Ben, I don't disagree
it's
with that
the
at all.
exact same funding mechanism. It's all of the exact same revenue streams. It's all of the exact same stakeholders and CEOs behind the fucking money for it.
Absolutely.
They're playing in an impossibly more controlled environment on the internet now in 2026 than they even were with fucking cable and basic cable and fucking public access and all that shit in the fucking 90s.
Sure.
And the more devious part of it is because it's on the internet, people assume that other people are independently watching it and the numbers that they see are real. Mm-hmm. And that, oh, wow, this really is a popular thing. Look, 1 million people watched it in a day. And that's insidious as hell because that gives like this credence that shouldn't be there to things. And they have no problem pumping up people's numbers on shit or withholding numbers on things that they don't. So this looks more organic. So people buy it more than they did the news.
Sure. Absolutely. I don't disagree with that at all. it's just everything that's on mainstream media now is just, and I'm even saying Fox News at this point now is a little tired of the tyranny from the U.S. government now. It's trending that way, is what I'm saying, Ben.
Yeah, the populace, they haven't been this mad since 2020.
Absolutely.
And the conspiracy world is starting to explode again, and the anti-government world is starting to explode again. And they put out Q in 2020 to try and curb that tide, and it worked out in 2020, but I don't think that's working out this time. I don't think anybody's trusting the plan anymore.
Well, that's why they got
Absolutely.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, and that's why they got Thomas Massey.
Mm-hmm.
So you can still herd everybody back onto the plantation.
Yeah, we're mad as hell, and we're not going to take it anymore.
The last thing that the federal government wants is people going, hey, this is all bullshit. You're all crooked. You're all lying to us. And most of you are diddling kids. I don't want to play anymore. That's the last thing that they want. So they have to inject you with a Margie or a Thomas Massey or a Tucker
Christy
Carlson,
Nome.
Candace
Christy
Owens. All of these
Christy
fucking
Nome.
limited hangout. Christy Nome isn't doing shit, dude. She got caught out being a complete and total fucking fraud.
Oh,
A
I know
complete
that.
she got promoted up to the shield of the American. She's never getting public office again. She's a fucking throw that name out of the fucking window.
Well,
Like a Molotov cocktail.
she was exposed for doing the same fucking thing, spending government money for a fucking horse.
No. Spending campaign money.
Oh, campaign money. Okay, I
on
missed
a
that campaign.
consultant firm that didn't exist, or that didn't exist until she started running for governor, and it was her brother-in-law's fucking fake company that she gave hundreds of fucking $1 million to.
Dude, this chick as governor of South Dakota was a terror. There was people's bills, the hemp bill in South Dakota passed overwhelmingly, because hemp, you have to fight to keep hemp from growing in South Dakota. Farming that shit, that's not even hardly farming. You're just going out and collecting it. And she vetoed it and said, our police aren't trained to tell the difference between hemp and cannabis. And so she vetoed this farm bill. She vetoed the medical cannabis bill. The people that worked under her were just freaking horrifying. I was one of the ones that the first time the medical cannabis bill went up, we got all the signatures to put it on the ballot. Her attorney general ripped it up and threw it in the trash, and then admitted it in court that he did that. Did it matter? No. And then when they went and did it again, the next cycle, she vetoed it.
See, I didn't even know all that.
That's vetoing people's movements. That's not vetoing some other, political party came up with a crazed bill and you're just going to veto it. No, the people did this themselves.
Right. The more I dig into shit, the more corruption I see, and it's just fucking amazing.
Well,
It's
your
fucking
baseline
amazing.
should be.
Oh my god!
Your baseline should be George Carlin's baseline, which is every time I see a politician talking, I assume they're lying.
Well, I remember him saying, "How many fucking cats do you have in your lap, Ben?" Holy fuck!
Count the kittens. Wait till he starts juggling them.
Yeah.
You guys don't see that happen right here around me all the time while I'm sitting here. Ridiculous.
But
all the animals and the alpacas are looking in the window saying, "Oh, Daddy, come here."
They used to, till I put this greenhouse up.
Oh my god.
The thing is, people will give a politician a pass that they wouldn't give to literally anyone else on the planet. And it's because people want something for nothing.
Yeah.
So the moment you start to realize that you're believing in somebody who's offering you something for nothing, you should immediately stop and maybe punch yourself.
Yeah, right. Well, Ben, did you watch that I sent to you earlier? Did you have a chance to watch that video?
No, I was doing stuff today. I had to melt.
I figured you were. You didn't respond.
Yeah.
When you get a minute, when you get a minute, watch that video. You're gonna laugh. You will.
I had to melt some silver today, and I got to try. I had a fucking silver or a crucible for it, and hadn't used it. That I had inherited a number of years ago. Worked fucking great.
Yeah.
Things are beast.
A real crucible.
Yeah, it's a furnace and a crucible, so it's a little furnace, and you just drop your metal in that crucible, and it put a little lid on it, and that thing turns it into liquid right quick.
Yeah,
it's pretty nice. My generator knew it turned on though. We literally unplugged everything but that, and it was still like, oh
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it's electric, not gas.
You know, when I have a backup generator for the house here because we get hurricanes, right?
Yeah.
And it'll run the whole house except when the fucking air conditioning comes on. And
the two hard draws for all practical purposes, an air conditioner, a refrigerator, or anything that has heat element in it is going to be real hard on the generator, especially things with a heat element. Like, so if you've got an electric stove, good luck. You're going to need a monster generator to run that.
Sure.
This is the summer we learn about efficiency.
Yeah. Well, the way that works is like a toaster. It's basically the wire that's going through the toaster isn't sufficient enough to let the electricity pass through. So it gets hot, and that's just a resistance is all that is. Sure. And then instead of the energy flowing to the other side, it bleeds off in the form of heat, know, and so that's just it's you're literally creating waste, and it's super hard to do.
Bread doesn't slice itself in toasters. The best thing since buttered bread. What's that saying? Like, we've gotten so comfortable with our efficiency.
Best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, something to that effect. I'll have to ask ChatGPT.
I think that was World War I. They quit having sliced bread for a while because they were trying to save metal for the metal and the wax paper. So they quit having sliced bread.
So they stopped putting the bread in the tin can because they needed the tin for something else.
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
Yeah, it was something about supplies and then metal blades, and so they quit slicing bread for like it wasn't a real long time.
No, it was like a year or two.
Yeah,
and
people didn't like it.
The other thing too was people were getting metal poisoning from the tins that they were putting the bread into.
Sure.
So and then the blades,
BPA linings in the cans.
Yeah. Yep.
Now we shoot botulism on our faces.
Oh.
Pull up Katie's comment. Voodoo Donuts, Katie Brown Party, Portlandia is a Shanghai. Put a bird on it, then a robot bird lands on Bernie's podium. That guy was the biggest sheepdog. That guy was the biggest sheepdog I've ever seen.
Sure.
Chat's been talking about the Portlandia sketch comedy show that aired on IFC, and they were saying that there needed to be a sketch comedy show based out of Florida Man, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
There should be a Florida Man comedy show, to be fair. That is true.
There should.
I think Cops is a Florida Man comedy show.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Bad boys, what you gonna do?
Or body
Cops.
cam video shows.
Yeah, we've got
Florida
those.
Man comedies.
You know, I find it fucking hilarious. You don't really hear about crime in Florida. But any other state, any other fucking state, you hear about the mass murderers and shit like that. I mean, yeah, we have our problems too, but it is so shielded because of the
yeah, totally odd how the mass tourism states downplay their murder rate.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
can't understand or think of a single logical reason why that would take place.
The Disney World and Disneyland is a magical place.
A little
Keeps the
token.
crime away.
I'm going to give you a little token really quickly of the shit that comes to my email about press conferences. And this was just a couple hours ago.
You have a press pass?
Hillsborough
JRR
County,
token?
Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department. This was on the 7th of April.
Last week.
Yeah. Well, this has been in there. A bomb threat was made against an assisted living facility in a suburb of Tampa called Carrollwood. It was the Colonnade at Carrollwood. And the guy was from Scott County, Minnesota, of all places.
Well, people go to retire in warm places.
Yeah, well,
Snowbirds
his
go
problem
Mhm.
after they arrested him, his problem was that he could not get his grandmother into that assisted living
Yeah.
place.
Is her name Judith?
No, Karen,
Is she
believe
a
it or
big fan
not.
of Applebee's?
No, Karen. That was her name.
TGI Fridays she prefers.
Probably.
Chili's.
But it was so
Karen
fucking
does.
ironic. That's why I had to read it. Her fucking name was
yeah.
Karen Barnsworth.
Have you guys seen stories of these assisted living facilities, nursing
I'm
homes? and
reading it.
It's like once their insurance stops paying, they just put them on a van and drop them off downtown somewhere.
Supposedly happening in Louisville, Kentucky, and a handful of other places.
Those are the stories I've been getting through social media. I don't know.
Yeah,
guys are getting
yeah, I
those as
saw
well.
that. I did see that. Yeah.
Well, as a member of the press, you get press releases prior to them being released to, the public. I mean,
Right.
30 times a day, my business email will just like light up from all the debauchery that happens in fucking Florida. And it's like, you never see this shit on mainstream media. The tourism will fall if mainstream media reports on all the stupid shit that people do here in Florida. It's absolutely hilarious. And it's like, I'll tell my parents are still living, God bless them. And my dad will call me every other day and say, what stupid shit happened in Florida today? And I said, you got about an hour. That's how fucking bad it is. But you don't see it. Like, you'll hear shit about an attraction at Disney World or SeaWorld or something that just threw like 40 people off of it because it crashed into the ground. But God forbid you don't hear about the 30 other people that have been unalived.
That was weird.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
I don't know. I was trying to throw a message in the private chat. At any rate, I gotta turn into a pumpkin.
It's been a long Tuesday night so far.
I have miles to go before I sleep, and the whole like wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and then go produce another banger 3 hours of AM wake up thing.
Gotta maintain law and order.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me up again, Steve and Ben and everybody else. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Token White Belt. Consider your donation to Sim Angels, Fly Away, and other charities, and measure your shrimp pact on the world.
Fuck that. I got to remember to change that back. I'll
Got
go
any-
into another panel. Token.
Any
white
closing
guy.
words
What
for
the
us, Bubba Gump?
What was that?
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Oh,
You never know what you're going to find on the internet.
Shrimp quiche, shrimp barbecue, shrimp sandwiches.
See, that's true. And I got debate coming up a week from tomorrow on Admiral Gibbs' channel. I don't know if it's really a debate, more of a discussion about
Wednesday
occult things.
Okay.
Obviously Thursday on Sarah Tomato. Obviously, follow AM Wake Up. And for all you members, thank you guys very much. We will have the member side open here just shortly.
Benjamin Balderson on YouTube. That's where everyone hangs out to chat on Tuesday nights, and Uncle Ted's, or on Rumble. We've got it streaming to a few different places, so people might be wondering where the main hangout is. It's probably Benjamin Balderson's YouTube channel. Subscribe to that, and there's an after party usually on Tuesday nights for members.
Burn, baby, burn.
I'll be heading over there. Don't worry.
Tuesday night's a Friday night, y'all.
Yeah, it's Tuesday's the new Friday.
Right.
And I am Spin City News. I'm over on YouTube, Rumble, pilled.net, Twitch. Damn, what else? Oh, X. I'm on X. So
Yeah, Alan. This is at the after party. We don't try to be quite so politically correct and such. We get a little
Naughty
wilder.
words.
We only let it's the member side. Absolutely, Cheney. Come on over.
would that be a
These
DGen
proper
panel?
links.
Would that be a DGen panel on the Gauntlet? The member side?
Yeah, except for it's not quite that that gets like wooed like that drunken ass Tyler last night. I muted that kid and he didn't notice for like 30 minutes. He just sat there screaming at his screen, and everybody in the chat was laughing. They're like, that dude is totally winning this argument. Like, and he was just like just screaming at his fucking screen. And I had him muted the whole fucking time. Like,
and you know the sad part about that is he's like that every stream. So that would be like every night he's totally toast, my bro. I mean, I
What do they
don't
say
know.
about squeaky wheels?
he looks like he's 12, and to be that
He
drunk,
does.
that's
He
not great.
does. He's drunk all the time.
Oofta. So love you guys. We'll see you at the after party.
See us.